I should leave, but I hate it. Know that you're not the right one. If you were falling, will you fall with me? If I was calling, will you answer me? The timing was off, but would you wait for me? Would you wait for me? Would you wait for me? If you were falling, will you fall with me? If I was calling, will you answer me? The timing was off, but would you wait for me? 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 Would you wait for me?
Literally, he puts it in 0 seconds remaining. He seems to be fighting hard for it. Oh my goodness, what is this?
Doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato, he's got the oh, he gets the flick and he gets it through. He's gonna get the shot. He's gonna put it in. Back to back. On the backward, can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on the net.
High off the backboard here. Opportunity. Here comes the shot.
Is this serious? Hold on. Surely this can't. Oh my lord.
Go with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Open tail on the goal line. He did
Nearly over.
sweep. It comes through. The venom, the improbable, the impossible. The 4-time champions.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to week number 2 of Nemesis Gaming League. Right before we start a little bit of the action, we have to go over the player of the weeks for week 1, but I'm not just by myself tonight. I'm also joined by the Chunklight. Chunklight, how are you doing?
Great night we're having. A little wacky after the 1 hour we got back over the weekend, but it's been a great night.
I mean, I had a fantastic weekend. I hope you did as well, but we will get right into things. I will kick us off by talking a little about the winner of the Prospect Player of the Week. We had a couple really good games coming out from multiple players. I mean, Speed Demon, Ace, Chase, Blitz, but it seems like the one above the rest, the cut above the rest was Sheriff, the Sheriff. Had average of 654 points per game, 2 goals per game. I mean, he's just lighting up the scoreboard at all facets of there, and rightfully deserved IMO. I mean, he was one of my favorite picks coming out of the draft.
Yeah, 100%. That team is one to look out for if you are playing in the Prospect League. I do believe that there is only 4 games and he got Player of the Week. They might not have the stat sheet updated, but I believe those numbers may be toned down. But he has only played 4 games on the stat sheet, but still, that is an insane start for the Sheriff.
Yeah, I mean, one of the top picks. I believe he's new to Nemesis, but not new to the Rocket League scene. I know he's been in RLPC before, and I think he played in UR a little bit as well. But great player nonetheless. But enough talking about the Prospect League. We're trying to get this rolling pretty smoothly, but we'll go into the Challenger League. And I mean, there are a lot of good Challenger League games, but let me tell you, there is one clear cut above the rest. I mean, there's some great plays coming out from Nervebot, some Bowsy action, Mealy on the Griffins, who we will see just a little bit later. But the player that has captured the hearts of all of the fans is Mattias Maximus. And I mean, you talk about the stats. He had pretty similar stats to the Prospect League winner in Sheriff. I mean, 542 points per game, 1.71 goals per game, and he played 7 games, so he did reach the threshold. So I made sure that this time the stats might have been a little bit correct.
Yeah, a lot of other people had great games as well, but I see a lot of other people only played 3 games on that week. I don't know if the stat sheet is updated once again, but he was clearly above the rest with 542, 1.71, 1 assist per game, which is good to see, and then 1.42 saves per game. So he was everywhere, even getting 1.43 demos a game. Really just helping his team out.
Yeah, I mean, there can't say much. Mattias Maximus helped the Drakes in their first couple games. Unfortunately, they only went 1-1. So they are in a pretty stacked division with Dissolved and Motion sitting 2-0 there, and Samurai 1-1 in that Western Pacific division. And I mean that's definitely a tough conference to be in if you are in the Challenger League. But I mean, Mattias really stepped up, kind of the cut above the rest, like we talked about. But now, I mean, this is a little bit unfortunate for all the rival league players because it seems like there might have been one guy who was a little bit above the rest and might have gotten moved up, but he was lighting up the stat sheet once again. I mean, he was topping score per game, goals per game once again. I mean, it seems like the player of the week for this week has really just been the dominant goal scorer for each of these teams. But I mean, I could talk about local NK Winter and Flash, but the real player, I mean, once again, cut above the rest, Thigh Chad. And unfortunately, he did get moved to Titan, so he won't be the player of the week for Rival League any longer. But I mean, he definitely deserved it this week.
Yeah, 100%. That that team was looking stacked going 2-0, but they will have to find a replacement for him, but it will be hard just judging on what he did on all of those stats and just how much he contributed, but I think that a bunch of other people also had very solid games. A lot of people scored over 400 point or 400 score per game, and that's normally like the threshold is normally 450, and you have a pretty good shot. So
Yeah, I mean,
anywhere near that, and you might have yourself a case for player of the week.
yeah, it's completely. Once you kind of hit that threshold that we were talking about, you definitely have a good shot of it. But we will quickly get through this Titan League one just so we can get into the matches at already 8 p.m. I mean, no surprise here. Bluey was the top player rated for Titan. I mean, once again, top of the goals per game, top of the score per game, and I mean, really, just the best player so far in Titan this season.
Yeah, 100%. We did see Kratos missed the first game, but he did very well the second game. But unfortunately, that is not enough for him. Just important to mention him. And I see Marv also had really good stats, respectively. But Bluey just really took the cake, and you could really tell that by 14 goals scored in 8 matches, just really getting that ball in the net.
Yeah, let me tell you, if I could play on a team with Bluey, I would have an absolutely fantastic time. But congrats to all of the players of the week. We did not have a Novice League player of the week since they were on a bye. We will be having Novice player of the week for this upcoming week. You know, there might be a Chunk Light potentially being the player of the week there. But we will get right into this 8 o'clock matchup between Ascension and Griffins. Yeah, you know, Chunk, I mean, both these teams are kind of defeated right now. They haven't gotten a single win. Who do you think is going to come out on top?
Yeah, I just saw a lot of struggle here from Ascension being. I see them because they're like in my org. A lot of close encounters and interactions. I haven't seen much about Griffins, but on paper, Griffins look like a pretty phenomenal team. We talked about Mealy leading this team. Mealy has been a part of Nemesis for a long time, and him combined with J-Rod, just not finding success so far. And I think that they have a really good chance tonight to turn that around.
Yeah, I kind of am in the same boat. I think that J Rod and Mealy combo, they were on the Griffins last season. They ran a deep playoff run. We will see if they can do that as they are taking on Ascension Rockerman coming up from Prospect League. Addition of Ender and Milkert here for the Ascension roster, completely new. They're gonna have to show out, but a good demo early on. Rockerman not gonna be able to find that shot. Mealy taking this ball out of the orange half, gonna clear it away, but is stuffed by Milkert. Grambo gets a good pass back to J-Rod, is gonna get 50'd by Enders. Mealy taking his time, looking for an air dribble, not gonna be able to get a great touch, tries to leave it for J-Rod, but Rockerman all over that one on the defensive side of the ball. Grambo continuing to add pressure, but is once again cleared away at the goal line by the Ascension team. They are finally able to break out, get some offense going, but Rockerman not able to get that touch out of the corner. J-Rod taking his time, gets a beat on one. Low boost, though. He's going to have to try to get a beat on Enders. Is going to do so. Not a great touch from Enders. Rockerman having to bail him out a little bit. This could be dangerous as Grambo not wanting to commit early, trying to just let the midfield pressure suffocate the Ascension roster. Mealy getting a flip reset, but that one is cleared away. J-Rod trying to get this touch off the sidewall. Tries to get a 50 by Rockerman, but Rockerman once again being a brick wall on defense, not letting anything through. And even though this game has just started, it seems very one-sided. The Griffins having a lot of pressure here.
Yeah, 100%. We saw a little tiny bit of pressure from Ascension at the start, but it has been almost suffocating the amount of pressure that Griffins are putting on as Mealy will find one in the back of the net. Just kind of awkward for everyone. Not a whole lot of boost on the side of Ascension, and Mealy able to capitalize, which is really good if you're a fan of the Griffins.
Yeah, I mean, opening goal in the opening series on stream, definitely a good nerves kind of cleanser there for the Griffins roster. Mealy finally linking up, at this time with Grambo, not linking up with J-Rod, who I expected to be early on, but they have just held the midfield so well in this first half. Let's see if they're able to continue to do so as Ascension finally having some offensive plays. Tries to get a pass to Rockerman, but that one not going to be able to be scored. Grambo having to clear this one out wide. Rockerman taking his time, trying to get a 50, but J-Rod gets the beat on him. Milkert not able to get that touch. Enders is going to have to cover there. Grambo collecting that free ball in his corner, gets a good 50 out. Rockerman taking his time, gets a fake pass one, gets a flick pass a second, but he's bumped. He's going to have to be first to this play. He's not going to be able to get the pass, but it works out as a fake. Milkert trying to get the pop by Grambo, and Grambo just perfectly in place, able to get that block, but this pressure is not done yet. Grambo cleared back into his own half. J-Rod had an open net potentially, but this one just going to be cleared out wide. He's going to stay, get a beat, but it's a double commit from him and Mealy. Milkert trying to get a shot. Grambo having to make the save. He does so. Clears it out to his corner. Gets rid of that ball. But this onslaught is not over yet as a miss coming out from Grambo. Works as a fake on Enders. J-Rod having to clear this one out wide, but gives away possession once again. He's able to reclaim it. It ends up as a pass in the midfield. Double commit comes out, but a double commit from the Griffins as well. This ball Going back into the Griffins half, Milker getting a beat on one, getting the Doomsday dish by the second player in Melee, and that one is going to be a goal and an equalizer for Ascension.
Yeah, Milker, really great solo play as it'll go right on the Melee's car as he's rotating back, and unfortunate own goal, but just a really good solo play from Milker, who has 4 shots, just really trying to equal up the equal up the game. Ventus is got interesting shot come out there for sure.
Oh my word. Rockerman getting the 50 past J-Rod, the bounce off the post and the crossbar. Grambo not able to read that one. And Ascension take the lead in game number 1. And it seems like we've really just had a tale of swapping offense. You know, we had Griffins on the offense the entirety of the first half of this game, but it seems like Ascension has claimed that back. But just as I say that, Caster Curse comes through. Griffins with a quick shot from Melee tie up the game.
Yeah, we've seen a bunch of mistouches and a bunch of whiffs, a bunch of double commits, a lot of nerves here in this first game, but the team that will get through this first game with the win will probably settle down, be more comfortable, and I think that that will be very important for both the winner and the loser going onto this.
It definitely will, as Grambo barely misses that shot. Enders does get the save, but he probably would like to have that one back. But a miss there off the backboard by Rockerman. Milker had to bail him out there. Another 50 in the midfield. Milker got a beat on one. Tries to get past 2. Melee is going to be able to get that save. Just under a minute left. Even Steven, Ascension trying to get some more pressure with Rockerman. Pass out middle to Milker, but a block by J-Rod. And it seems like this Griffin's offense is just starting to heat up as J-Rod looking for a double tap. Does get it. Tries to get a bump as well. But Melee not able to beat Enders out. Enders accumulating 5 saves for this Ascension roster. The backbone of this team. J-Rod looking for a dunk off the backboard touch from Rockerman. Melee there for the shot. Enders once again epic save. 6th on the game. 19 seconds left. Rockerman getting the clear. Grambo off the backboard to Melee. Melee elects not to go for this, trying to keep the pressure. Doesn't want to overcommit as that third man, but it allowed Ascension to get it out of their own half and allow them to get some offense going of their own. But as the clock winds down, Milker gonna try to keep this one up. He's gonna go for the double. Melee has to get the touch. He does, and this ball is not down yet. Enders keeps it up. Melee having 0 boost, just trying to play the 50 in this one. We're going to overtime in game number 1.
Yeah, really good, really good spread of offense there from both teams. A lot of momentum switching up throughout this as we see 2 different players have 5 shots for their team leading them. And like you were saying, Enders with 6 saves. Just an incredibly offensive game. Not a lot of midfield battle, just a whole lot of shots and saves coming out. And I think that you need to get pressure here if you're either team, as it has seemed to be very easy to get a goal off some of these shots.
Yeah, and it looks like Grambo might have gotten that shot there with that redirect, but unfortunately not going to be able to find that angle. But this has started to allow the Griffins to go through, but a double commit there forces them back into the midfield to the offensive half. Grambo trying to take this one down. A pass comes out into the midfield, but Enders is there trying to get a flick past one, but J-Rod reads it perfectly and reads that one perfectly as he's able to get the dunk past Milkert, but Milkert getting the free possession back off the play from Enders, gets the reset. Double commit comes out from the side of Griffins. Grambo gets the 50 past 1, but not past 2 as this is a double commit. Milkert beat last man back. He's going to try to put a shot on net here as both Griffins players rush back onto the defensive side. Enders playing a high midfield presence, gets a beat on his own teammate, allowing Griffins to come back onto the offensive side. Grambo tries to get a redirect into the midfield, but Rockerman, having none of it, clears that one away. This ball scarily into the midfield off of a touch by Melee in the corner, but he's going to get the touch onto the sidewall, not going to be able to finally get that double. And J-Rod taking his time, low boost, trying to get 50s, baits Milkert out. Grambo trying to get a beat on Rockerman, but Rockerman getting a beat on 2, gets that touch past Melee. Enders having to get the beat on Grambo, but Melee cuts back into the midfield. This one, there for J-Rod. J-Rod shot, but Enders saved. It's still dangerous. Rockerman clearing that one away. Grambo having to reset the offense once again, but Milkert clears that one just for the time being as Melee shot saved by Enders again. 8 saves now. Ascension holding on to this onslaught of offense from the Griffins. Enders clearing this one away, but it's right back to the Griffins player in Grambo. But this one, Milker is finally going to be able to get rid of that ball and get it out of the Ascension half.
Yeah, we've seen a brick wall performance here from Enders. I'd like to see him participate a little more on offense, 0 shots, but with defense like that, you don't really need him on offense, as he is not allowing a single opportunity to form here from the Griffins.
Yeah, and Anders, this might be his first shot opportunity. It's going to be stolen by Milkerts there. But Anders, Milkerts come together for the shot, for the goal, for the play to end it in overtime. Ascension taking game number 1. A very, very close series for both teams. And I mean, Anders, what a phenomenal game.
Yeah, 100%. He got the shot at the end that he didn't have. He had a goal before in the game. I think it was off that little interesting crossbar bounce that Rockerman 50'd, but really participating in every fashion in this game. Has one of everything. 8 saves. Really just keeping Ascension in that game there. And I'd like to see what Griffins can do later in the series to really try to sneak some past Enders, as they had a lot of shots, a lot of opportunities, but if Anderson get those saves, that's like a 10-2 game.
Yeah, I mean, the Griffins had the pressure for a majority of the game. Ascension had 7 of their 11 shots in the first minute and a half, and Griffins really dialing it up, putting the pressure on them, but Ascension did not break, as they have not yet broken again. This one's very awkward for Mealy. A great save and a great clear from Grambo on that doink touch to force Ascension back, allow Griffins to get more time back, but Enders trying to get a beat on one does so. J-Rod also gets bumped, but this kind of works out for the favor of Griffins as Grambo tries to get that redirect on target, but once again, Enders is there as that third man. Milker trying to get this one across, is going to allow Mealy to just bang that one away. Enders getting dunked. It's just Rockerman back. Very awkward. He takes his time, but J-Rod pounces on that ball in the midfield. Mealy also pouncing on that one, but this clear goes over the head of Grambo as third man, and all of a sudden, Griffins find themselves back on defense as they just were a second ago. Milker trying to get a shot on net. Double commit comes out from the side of Griffins. Grambo having to take possession, does get a beat on the midfield. Rockerman taking his time, getting a clear pass. One almost gets a clear pass, J-Rod, but popped back into their half. Mealy having to get this play in the midfield. Milker already on that one as he was able to beat out J-Rod, but not able to get the follow-up touch. Enders trying to cut this ball off in the midfield. Rockerman pops it high, looks for his second touch, is going to leave it for Enders. Enders off the corner. No follow-through from Milker. It looks like both teams were kind of waiting for that touch to come through, as Grambo having to make a save across net. But this one, Rockerman taking this up high. J-Rod does get the touch off the backboard to not allow the double tap to come through. Grambo does almost get it past one. It works out in their favor. This ball off the backboard. Mealy trying to get the beat on Rockerman. Rockerman not able to get the read. And this one gonna drop in. Griffins go up 1-0 in game number 2.
Yeah, that is Mealy's third. He has all of the goals here for Griffins, and really just a phenomenal play to get that set up their first shot in the game, as they found the opportunity they wanted, and it was a good look, and they found the net.
Yeah, it seemed like this was the first time Enders was not in the net for the Ascension to make a save there, and J-Rod gonna capitalize off that beat in the midfield and Mealy getting the shot. But just as I say that, Enders coming through on the offensive side of the ball. Who needs to play defense when you have offense? A great pass there from Rockerman back to Enders. That one slotted, even though it was kind of in the middle of the net, completely throws off the defender and Mealy, in a very difficult one to get back to. I mean, it's all tied. 3 minutes left. I mean, I could see this going either way, Chunk.
Yeah, 100%. That was a great passing play from Ascension there, though. It was a little bit hard to save there for Mealy, because it was going 87 miles per hour in the back of his net. And just great chemistry we've seen from Ascension in this series, and I think that Griffins need to step up their chemistry if they want to match their pace so far, but I think that they'll be able to find opportunities here in the latter half of this series.
Yeah, and that was almost an opportunity there from Mealy trying to get the flip reset past one. And Griffins, even though they've had a lot of pressure, it feels like they have not gotten many shots. As Rockerman getting a bump on Mealy and J-Rod in the midfield. Ender's gonna commit on this one now that Rockerman got the bump on the second man. A double commit comes out from both teams, but it's won by Milkert. Milkert taking his time, looking for a pass, gets it past one. No, he does not, as that clear is able to get past the attackers there. J-Rod trying to get this one up, looking for a double tap. Does get the past Enders. Mealy trying to get this one, looking for a Doomsy dish. It's going to be saved away by Rockerman. A double commit coming out once again by Griffins. Milkert just sitting behind this ball, not allowing the Griffins to come through. Enders, a great save by Mealy. Mealy trying to put this one down, but J-Rod and Mealy double committing. J-Rod not able to find that shot, but Grambo full boost on the sidewall, looking for a shot. It's going to be an easy save from Enders, but the boost getting stolen in the corners, going to allow Griffins a longer stay in the opponent's half. A good clear by Milker. Enders is there for the follow. Gets it beat past one there. Gonna drop into the midfield. J-Rod's awkward. Milker not able to find that shot. J-Rod getting a 50, but it stays in the Griffins' half. Rockerman another 50 into the midfield. Mealy trying to pick this one up. Not a great touch there, as J-Rod is gonna have to bail him out. But once again, kind of giving up possession to this Ascension roster as Rockerman has time and boost. Tries to get it past one, does so, but Grambo right there waiting for the flick as Milker awkwardly floating, waiting for that to come back down to get the catch, allows J-Rod to pummel it into their corner. Another awkward exchange between Mealy and J-Rod, but this is a flick into the midfield. Milkert having to clear that one away. J-Rod getting a pop, but is demoed for his efforts. Grambo has to cover. He does so brilliantly as he's able to get the clear and the demo on Enders. One person back in Milkert for the Ascension roster. A 50 comes through. Rockerman is able to get back, and Milkert getting a 50, but it pops into the midfield for Ascension. Rockerman trying to get the touch, but it ends up going right to Mealy. Mealy looking for the air dribble, getting a 50. It's to Grambo. Grambo, not a great touch. A double kick comes out. He beats his own teammate. Grambo getting the demo. J-Rod not able to get the touch. Enders zero boost, but he's just going to fake, and we go to overtime once again.
Yeah, what a series of events the last. A lot of miscommunications, a lot of trying to be the hero, but I think both teams will try to settle down as we go into this overtime. Not a lot of stakes. A game will go on however long it needs, and I think that Mealy Mealy is trying to do it all as a he's trying to pass it, he's trying to score insane angles. He just needs some help, and I think if they find a good opportunity like they did earlier in this game, that's how this game will end. But so far the defense here from Enders in this game as well, 3 saves again, has just really shut down these attacks that they have been able to perform.
Yeah, Enders has been the standout player once again, but is he able to clutch up in the defensive side of the ball when it's overtime? He does there. He's looking for a read off of that pass from Milks, and Rockerman having to touch this one into the corner, but Mealy is there. Milkert able to pop that one. Awkward for J-Rod. J-Rod having to make the touch. He's not going to be able to, and that ball is going to fall into the back of the net. A little bit of a slow roller off the bounce, off ceiling. Catches J-Rod off guard, and Ascension take another 1-game OT game to take game number 2.
Yeah, great great shot there from Milkert at the end. That is a hard one to save, especially if you were not ready. J-Rod was just such in an awkward position, and Milkert is really able to step up there and give them the goal that they needed. And I think that Griffins, they need to find that answer. They need to. I've seen a lot of double commits, like you were talking about with Mealy and J-Rod. I think if they can get on the same page, they can really change how the series has been going and maybe make better opportunities, less pressure on Grambo as third man to be put in awkward scenarios.
It just seems like Griffins are really just playing as individual players. We have not seen them really link up much, as you were saying. And I think that's just a disconnect between Mealy and J-Rod. Both these players absolutely fantastic. but they need to work together if they want to win. They have shown that they can do it in the past, especially last season. But season 13 is a brand new season. It's a new season for everybody. Ascension looking to close out, get their first win in a sweep fashion. Griffins looking to hang on to match point and not allow Ascension to take the series. And Griffins really going to have to show up in this game. Number 3 is Mealy. Starts it off with a shot saved by Enders. Another shot coming up from Grambo, or J-Rod, from a pass from Grambo. And that's how you do it. The chemistry comes out perfectly between those two.
Yeah, those are the kind of connections I was talking about. Almost unsavable shots, insanely hard to read. Great pass there from Grambo, able to get it down to J-Rod. And those are what I was looking for from this Griffin team. I thought they had a lot of chemistry coming into this game, and that's what I was expecting. And I'd like to see them do that a lot more. I know they can. We saw it last season, like we were talking about. And I just think that those opportunities are really what's going to win them this series.
Yeah, but we know that even though Griffins have scored early on, Ascension has been able to come back late in this half, or late in the game, and that almost is shot on there by Enders. Enders is the player I'm looking at to step up once again. He's done so both times in big game situations. He's been the player who's locked down defense. He's the player who's been that guy for Ascension, and he needs to do so once again to close this game out, to tie the scoring and allow them back into this game. As Milkert trying to clear this one away. J-Rod having to make a cut on this ball with the only player having boost. He's going to have to collect this one once again. Only 30 boosters named. Looks for a pass to Mealy. Mealy shot on target, but saved by Milkert, and it looks like a pinch clear. Grambo not expecting that. A shot comes out by Rockerman. This one just off the post. Mealy having to clear this one away, trying to just air dribble it past Milker, but he's not going to be able to do so, but he does get the bump. Enders having to get back his last, and that one is a slow roller. A goal from J-Rod, and I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I think Enders just caught off guard, had to go for a boost. He had a little power to the ball, but that ball just got past second man and Rockerman, and just a really good opportunity there from J-Rod, and great capitalization by Griffins.
Yeah, and Griffins looking to tack on more goals. They want to make sure that Ascension cannot come back from any lead that they're able to generate, and that's the way to do it right there. Maybe a miscommunication from Ascension, but the Griffins will take it any time. But Rockerman, a pass middle to Milkert. That one not going to be able to be a goal as it was saved away by Mealy. But Milker up again, tries to get a fake, does so, but J-Rod having to make that diving save across net. Mealy picking this ball up, gets a 50 on Enders. J-Rod up, 0 boost, not able to get a touch on that one. Milker able to get the beat. Grambo taking this one, trying to get a 50, does so, but Rockerman clears it to the corner. Mealy does get a beat on Rockerman. Enders having to cover and clear that ball away. J-Rod hard last back, having to dodge bumps, having to grab the boost, and is able to even get the dunk on Milkert. Gets another beat, leaves it in the midfield. Mealy, a great shot, a great save. Another great save there by Milkert to keep the Griffins from scoring their third goal. But J-Rod saying it's not over yet, recenters the ball, but a bump from Milkert onto Mealy allows them to clear the ball once again, forcing Grambo to retreat into his own half. But this is a 1-2 play. Grambo not able to get the read, but it doesn't matter as Mealy is able to keep the ball, keep the possession, gets a flick past Milkert, gets a beat on Enders. Milkert last back from J-Rod. J-Rod pops it high, going for the double. No, it's just off the post, but Grambo has a chance. A double commit comes out on the side of Ascension. Mealy trying to get the touch, not going to be able to do so. This ball is going to get cleared away, and once again, we see Griffins laying on the pressure, but Ascension held on this time. They did not succumb. They are still down 2-0, but they have not allowed a third goal to be scored.
Yeah, a third goal would definitely almost seal the game, just how we've seen the defense here from Griffins come out. We've seen great defense from Ascension as well. Rockerman this time with 4 saves, but will not be able to save that one, as really will get another goal this series. And we've seen a lot more action here from Griffins with a lot more defense, Ventus.
Yeah, they have definitely turned up the pressure. They are out shooting Ascension 10-2 in this game number 3. They are winning 3-0, and Enders finally makes a mistake there on defense, and Griffins capitalizing on it perfectly. The Griffins looking poised to take this game unless anything drastic happens. That's not my caster curse speaking or anything of the sort. But Ascension need to start to gain some momentum back. It seems like all of the momentum that they were able to gain from those first 2 overtime wins was for naught as Griffins clawed their way back into this series. They're going to have to continue to do so if they want to take the series, let alone withstand Ascension's sweep. But Ascension a little bit lackluster right now on defense. They're making a couple double commits. Enders having to clear this one out, but a demo allows Melee to take a shot on net, and that one is going to find the back of the net, getting the beat on Milkert. And it seems like Ascension are really panicking now. We haven't seen them make any really double commits in this series, but just then I saw 3, and it directly led to Melee being able to score a goal.
Yeah, a lot of panicking, a lot of inconsistent defense here in this game. We saw a lot of great defense the first 2 games, but Griffin's just able to kind of crack the code on the defense that they have been putting up, as Ruckerman will get a goal, a little goal to maybe find some momentum in the next game, but we've just seen a completely different Griffin's attack. They've changed up how they're playing on offense, and I think that if you're Ascension, you need to find a counter on defense.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely need to figure out some kind of offensive strategy to combat this Griffins onslaught that they have been experiencing. And with the ball hitting the ground, Griffins take game number 3, withstand the sweep. And, I mean, they looked really good. I have a ominous feeling for Ascension that games 1 and 2 where they're able to make 8 and 6 saves per player and withstand this 16 shot onslaught from the Griffins. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see that anymore. I feel like that might have been their peak where they just kept it from going in their net. They turned a couple counterattacks and capitalized. But I mean, Griffins clean up their rotations, and I'm a little scared if I'm Ascension.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of their first 2 games that they won were close 1-goal games, and Griffin's come into this game 3 and really just put on a onslaught, going up 4-0, letting in 1 goal at the end, but really just making a statement that they are going to prove their their teamwork that we doubted, and really make this a series, Ventus.
Yeah, and I mean, we are heading to Forbidden Temple, game number 4. Anything can happen in Forbidden Temple. Will Ascension clear out the series? Will Griffins force a game number 5? Time will only tell, as already a shot coming out potentially from Grambo, and he has the double off the post, and that one gonna find the back of the net early for the Griffins, and I mean, that's an insane play from Grambo.
Yeah, Ender's really not able to read that. Just an insane, insane play. I don't know if... I think the first touch, he was trying to score it, but that works just as well. Still gets the ball in the net, even fakes out Enders. So really, really great opportunity here for Griffins. And we've seen them go up in these games. They need to be able to stay consistent on defense and not go into the 3rd overtime of the series.
Yeah, it seems like they have... Kryptonite has been those overtimes. They cannot afford to go to a 3rd one, as that seems like Ascension's bread and butter. But they want to continue laying on the pressure. They do not want Ascension to get any presence on their side of that ball. But Rockerman does get a dunk on Mealy as that last man back. J-Rod having to get a cut. A demo in the midfield also allows some pressure to be relieved, but a good dunk from Milkert keeps the ball in Griffin's half. Rockerman trying to get the dunk. Milkert gets the pop past 1, looking for an air dribble 50 on the 2nd one, but a pass coming out. Grambo trying to get the shot, is not going to be able to. I thought that was a great 1-2 play from Mealy to Grambo. thought that was going to be a goal, but unfortunately Griffins could not capitalize. They want to continue. They want to extend their lead. They don't want to give the chances. And that's a great shot from J-Rod, but a save from Rockerman off the post. A great pinch from him, keeping the ball out of the net. Enders trying to get the dunk, turns it into a pinch into his own half. Rockerman claiming this one away, but it's right to Grambo. Grambo taking possession, gets demoed for his efforts, I should say. Demoed for his efforts by Mealy, and J-Rod having to get the double tap. Does so on target. Rockman, a great save with 0 boost, keeping that ball out of his net once again. It seems like Rockerman has become that player to step in big. Even when Enders isn't back on defense, Rockerman has made clutch stops so far. Will Ascension be able to continue? Do you think Ascension's going to be able to take this game number 4?
Yeah, we saw a little bit of demos that they got a double demo, really opened up the field, but not able to capitalize. I don't know if they're planning to use that as their strategy going in. We know Rockerman is known for getting demos in a. I think if you're good at it, you may as well use it. So I think that they may use that to get an edge here on Griffins. But if Griffins know Rockerman and know kind of the play style, they will know that and be ready for it.
As they all were ready for that one. Milker getting a great save. Rockerman, another great save, dodging the bump off of J-Rod. J-Rod looking for another touch off that corner, not going to be able to find one. Rockerman, another dunk in his own corner. Milker trying to get a dunk. He is dunked. Tried to get the flick past Mealy, but Mealy dunks the living bejesus out of Milker. Probably scared him there, as he probably wasn't able to see Mealy challenging, and Griffins get a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, there's really had a lot of faith in Milker there. Milker, like you said, we've all had that happen to us. We've all been dribbling the ball, and then all of a sudden, defender comes out of nowhere, dunks us, goes somewhere near our own net. We aren't ready for it, and that's really just what happened here for Ascension, and they need to be a little bit more cautious. We've seen a couple of slip-ups from the third man, as they are expecting that second man to be there and always make that touch, but you kind of got to be ready for a couple mistakes to come out throughout a series.
Yeah, and I mean, they are trying to limit the mistakes the best they can, but have been cornered on the defensive side of the ball, faced with relentless pressure. Eventually, those cracks are going to show, those mistakes are going to happen, and Griffin's capitalizing on them so far. Grambo popping this one up high. Ender's already on this ball. J-Rod trying to get the clear. Isn't going to be able to get the touch. A demo coming out from Milker. Mealy is last back. He is going to get the clear. Going to leave it for Grambo to hit it to the corner of Ascension. Rockerman not able to get this touch. J-Rod pops it to the backboard. Rockerman really awkward off the post. Kind of lost control of the card. J-Rod puts it right below him. Griffins go up 3-0. The goals evenly spread across the Griffins, and I mean, the Griffins looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, kind of a silent game here from Enders. Not able to really contribute stats-wise, but a lot of great opportunities we see there. Rockerman just kind of awkward on that last play. Just kind of stuck in their own half, and they need to find a way out of here. They need to find some sort of clear, some sort of sustained offense, so they're not always on that back foot.
Yeah, it seems like they have not been able to break out of this midfield from the Griffins. As another ball going towards the Ascension net, and that one is going to be helped out by Enders, but Rockerman not able to get that touch. 4-0 in game number 4. Griffins look poised to push game number 5. If this goes to game number 5, will Griffins win?
100% for what I've seen. Last 2 games have been 8-1 scoring differential. I think a total of 3 shots for Ascension. Just really stuck in their own half, not able to really do anything. And they really got to change something up, find some sort of like opening in this midfield, try to clean up something, maybe get a pass out to a teammate from a save. Really just find anything to keep this ball away from the Griffins.
Yeah, I mean, all 3 of these players seem to be clicking now. Constant pressure, constant beats. I mean, they outshot 10-2 in this game. Ascension, it seems like Enders might be trying to do too much on the ball, not really rotating correctly, maybe pushing up too far, trying to get too many offensive opportunities, and it's leaving Rockerman and Milker back in awkward spots where they have to make these clutch saves. Because Ender, I mean, only 94 points in this game. Game 5 alert, though. Griffins look poised to complete the reverse sweep. I mean, you never know what can happen in this game.
Yeah, 100%. Ascension looked great in those first two games. They didn't make a whole lot of mistakes, pretty clean games, but the cracks, like we were talking about, starting to show the longer the series went on. Just a really sustained attack. We saw Griffins having the attack that they had like this in the first two games as well, but Ascension was able to really stymie it, and they need to find that same defensive energy that they had in the first two in order to really take away the series. But if you're Griffins, this is your series to lose.
Yeah, I mean, the Griffins have looked so strong in games 3 and 4. I mean, we talk about how Ascension had such great defense. I mean, if you look at it a different way, if you look at it from the lens of Griffins fans, the Griffins outshot them in both games. The Griffins had most of the pressure for both of those games as well, but it seems like they finally clicked in place in games 3 and 4. Ascension really have to step up their game once again if they want to keep the reverse sweep from happening. But Mealy, wanting to make his name known, tries to get an air dribble pass too. But Rockerman able to get a clear on this one as well. Long clear. Mealy having to read this off the backboard. Does so very well. Milker having to put this one off the Griffins' corner. J-Rod keeping it in the corner, trying to waste time. Gets a beat on Rockerman, but it pops into the midfield. Enders looking for a shot. Double commit comes out, but Grambo is able to get the save. Another double commit comes out from the Griffins, but J-Rod able to get a double tap off the ceiling and able to clear that one away. Milker trying to get a pass out, but not exactly what he wanted. It goes right to Mealy, and this one, Mealy's going to be able to follow up that touch from Grambo and take an early lead in game number 5. A great pass off the backboard.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if you're Enders there, you've got to make that first touch, or else your other two teammates are left in such a bad position. But great link up from Mealy and Grambo there on that play. And if you're Ascension, a lot of your goals have just come from mistakes and awkwardness from Griffins, but I think they kind of changed it up with this one. Just a nice 50. Everyone just not kind of expecting the placement that Milkert puts it in. Just a great shot from Milkert there, Ventus.
Yeah, and Ascension eyeing the game up, not wanting to let the series fall out of their hands. Ender put a great pass to Milkert. Milkert a great shot. They made a statement. They are not out of this yet, but just as I say that, Caster Curse comes through. Grambo gets a beat on Milkert as the third man, gets a flick past Rockerman, and gets the beat on Milkert. 1-2 play, and I mean, Griffin's looking so strong.
Yeah, a great solo play. We've seen a lot of passes come out from them, but Grambo just showing his ability to make plays, given a lot of time there, given a lot of opportunities to make that play happen, and able to convert. Just a great play there by Grambo.
Yeah, but not such a great play there as he's super awkward. J-Rod making an amazing save. Grambo gonna have to clear this one out, getting the beat on Milker, but Rockerman taking this ball back into the Griffins' half. Mealy having to keep the possession. It's gonna be taken off his card by Ender. J-Rod having to clear this one out. But Rockerman once again waiting in the midfield, looking for a shot. Gets bumped by his own teammate. A double commit as well. Enders is last back. J-Rod gets a beat. Mealy up, but Milker gets the beat on him. Rockerman is able to catch it in the corner, able to take this one out. Tries to get a beat on Grambo, but it's going to be taken off of his car. Milker looking for the beat on one, does get it, drops into the midfield. Enders getting the beat. It looks like Rockerman was able to bump Mealy, and that one opens the path for Ascension to come back and tie this game.
Yeah, completely different Ascension what we saw from these last two games. Milker has really been able to open up the shot opportunities, and Ender's able to convert on that last one, and Rockerman, like I was saying earlier on, he's known for those bumps and really just able to convert and help his team on that last play.
Yeah, Ascension tying up game number 5, but this one is going to become a goal for the Griffins. An awkward bounce off the back wall. Grambo, a great touch there, and just a miss coming out from Enders and Milkert, allowing J-Rod to have a free goal. That's not what you want to do if you're Ascension. Ascension, unfortunately, not able to hunker down on defense, even though they just made the equalizing goal. It's taken immediately back from them by Griffins, and Griffins looking to continue this onslaught that they have in games 3 and 4s. Mealy trying to get a pop past Milkert. J-Rod waiting for Milkert's touch. Milkert doing a great job of keeping possession. Gets a 50, but not a great one on Mealy. Mealy looking for a bump on Enders. It's going to go towards Grambo. Grambo puts it off the backboard to J-Rod. J-Rod gets a shot, but saved by Rockerman pre-jumping him. But unfortunately, Mealy has the ball back. Enders, a great challenge there, able to keep that one from getting any more dangerous, as this ball is now in the Griffins' half net, almost. I thought Rockerman was going to be able to score that one, but unfortunately not able to do so. Enders, not a great save. Mealy getting up for the double tap, but Milkert able to make the save, able to keep them within striking distance. Enders not able to make that touch, though. Rockerman gonna have to bail him out. Gets the pass to Milkert. Milkert with a pop to the backboard. Backboard, nobody's there. Mealy with the miss. Ender coming through, gets the beat on one. Getting the touch off the backboard, trying to get a 50 on J-Rod. Milkert having to get this pop. Not the touch he wanted. It allows Mealy to get a clear. Rockerman gonna have to reset. Gets the ball in his own half. Tries to clear it away from Mealy, but Mealy elects to fake challenge, take his time. Enders picks this ball up, looking for a flick past one. Isn't going to be able to do so. Grambo waiting patiently for that one. J-Rod trying to clear this one out. Get a little bit of pressure back on the Ascension defense. Rockerman, a good clear out, but Mealy able to pop it back into the midfield for Grambo. Grambo not able to get that touch. J-Rod having to commit as that third ran. Milkert getting a beat on one, almost a beat on two, but once again, still in the Ascension half. Ascension have to make some offense going as this one popped to the backboard. Enders taking his time, knowing that there's nobody there, looking for a 50, does get it through Mealy, but J-Rod electing to take time, keep the space, keep the ball. Grambo getting a beat on that player of the Ascension team. Rockerman having to make that save as the last man back. Mealy popping this one onto the backboard. Clear comes through by Milkert. Grambo taking time, looking for a pass out mid. J-Rod's there, not able to put that shot on target. 20 seconds left now. Mealy gets a beat on one. Rockerman having to take this ball with zero boost. J-Rod keeping it in the Ascension corner, gets a 50 on Milkert. Milkert not having any boost. Mealy doesn't know that, though. Works as a fake. Grambo pops it to the Ascension net. Rockerman having to make a save. Clock going to zero. Mealy's putting it down. Griffins take game number 5 and complete the reverse sweep.
Yeah, what a that last 2 minutes just really felt like Griffins were just kind of suffocating them, still putting on shots, just draining the clock, and that was a great latter half of the series from Griffins. Ascension really managed to put up a fight more than a lot of people would have expected going into that game from the previous two, but at the end of the day, the offense of the Griffins really showed did not have an answer for come from Ascension.
Yeah, I mean, Griffins turned it up 2 notches, and their offense was just overwhelming the Ascension roster, especially in those last 3 games. They were able to hold on in games 1 and 2. If they could play like that for an entire series, then Ascension has a lot going for them. Unfortunately, they are now 0-3. Maybe Rockerman having to contemplate on some moves that need to be made, maybe some adjustments, but the Griffins pretty happy with that win. They're able to kind of recollect themselves after that tough loss in game 1 and 2. And I mean, if I'm them, right, I'm thinking those were so close. We had a lot of the pressure. We had so much of that offensive ability there. We just weren't able to convert. We have the skills that we can win this series, and they believed that. They held true. They stepped up their game. They were able to convert on more of those chances, and I think that's really what the difference was this series.
Yeah, 100%. Just a difference between like I feel like the the ability to play with each other, Griffins really didn't show it off in the first two games, but they looked like they were clicking on everything the latter three, and just really we saw a little bit of clicking from Ascension, but not nearly as much as we did from the Griffins.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes that's all that matters in a series, but that is going to be it from us. We have another series we will have to be back very shortly because this was such a long series that we are actually starting a little bit late. But I mean, you couldn't ask for more content in this best of five. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a short intermission.
Can you please tell me your story? Tell it to me one more time. I just want you to keep talking so I can make up Since you left, I give my breath to cigarettes. Since you left, I try my best to forget. I can't escape the love we made, it follows me. I can't escape from your love. And I've been rolling the dice with Aphrodite, spending my nights without you beside me, throwing some darts in bars with the queen of hearts, queen of hearts. And I've been drinking with Cupid, thinking of you, babe, thinking of you, babe. Oh, how can I be so stupid, fighting and losing, fighting and losing. Oh, I've been spinning the bottle, fighting the bottle, fighting the bottle. Oh, I've been drinking with Cupid, thinking of you, babe, thinking of you, babe. Oh, and since he left, I tried my best to turn the page. Since he left, I roll my joints with Hemingway. I can't erase the way your face lit up this place. I can't escape from your face. And I've been rolling the dice with
Really? He puts it in! 0 seconds remaining! He seems to be playing hard for it. Oh my goodness! Rudy, what is this?
Doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato, Scott, oh, he gets the flick and he gets it through. Replace this heck. He's gonna get the shot. He's gonna put it in. Back to back. On the backward. Can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on the net.
High off the backboard here. Opportunity. Here comes the shot.
Is this serious? No, hold on. Surely this can. Oh my
Let's
lord.
go with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Oh, open thing on the goal line. He did not win.
Nearly over.
Sweep. It comes through. The Venom, the improbable, the impossible, the 4-time champions.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League. I'm your best friend, Gallium, and today we have a rival league matchup between two 2-0 teams. One of them is going to have their first loss tonight, so I'm very excited. I'm joined here by my dog, Ventus. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I just got to watch a Game 5 thriller earlier in the Nemesis Gaming League, but this match I might be even more anticipating for. Galaxy versus Pineapple is a tale as old as time, constant back and forth. I feel like these two teams specifically are always in the playoff hunt. No matter who's on them, these orgs just seem to find a way to have these teams be good. And that might be slightly biased because I was on Galaxy for a couple seasons, but we're not going to talk about that. We are just going to enjoy the fact that both these teams are 2-0. We are ready to watch an absolutely amazing series.
I think everyone here is expecting a really great series, but I think they're expecting it for all the wrong reasons, because both of these teams combined have won out of 4 games, 3 of them in game 5s. So they like to take it to the distance. And the one game that they've played that they didn't go to a game 5 against another team was a game 4. So these guys like to drag it on. So I think we're getting 5 pretty easily here. I'm gonna take Galaxy in 5. I really liked how they played. They played on stream last week, and I like how they played. They battled back, and they were a team I didn't think was gonna be great, because I think Dalen's new to the league. iTrots is he just came up from Chally. He did win the chip, and DJD, he didn't play on Galaxy last season, or he was at least a sub last season. So this is like a new experience for all these Galaxy members. So I'm really excited to see how they perform. But on the other side of things, Pineapple, they have the boy Flip 1010 on the team. This dude is absolutely cracked, and I know Crip really likes Arc B-Ball, and I can't blame him. Okay, Arc B-Ball is the GOAT. Not the most mechanically gifted individual in the world, but he's so valuable to have on your team because he's just so good at rotations, and he's faster than pretty much every player on the field. And then you have Flashy, who is a new acquisition. He just came back from the league. I believe he was here at season 9 and then left, and now he's back. So we have a lot of players coming and going, but overall, this one's going to be a good one. And Ventus, before we get this one started, who do you have taking this?
I'm going to give the edge to Pineapple. and here's why. I think they're a more complete team. I think they have a higher ceiling, but also Galaxy has never started a season 3-0. They've lost to Pineapples twice in season 5 and 6 when they were 3-0, and they lost to Whiteout in season 11. They have never gone 3-0, and I mean, an early kickoff goal might be proving my point already. The curse seems real. Flashy's a great pass there to Flip. Flip a great shot past DJD, and Pineapples opening the scoring. I just think that Pineapples are going to find a way to take this series.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking like you're the smartest man in the universe right now because they immediately opened up with a goal less than 10 seconds in. But, I think honestly Galaxy can do it, and it's off of this man right here, DJD, probably the most slept on player in Rival. I mean, he is just so well-rounded. It kind of makes me upset sometimes just how well-rounded he is, and he's consistent. So that's something you really look forward to watching him. But on the other end, Flash just made a touch. He's going to be the mechanical one on this team. We're going to have to see if he can make some plays. Arc B-Ball, though, very fast to that one. He's going to try to double this one. He almost gets to it, but Dalen is going to get to it first. Flash gets one, gets a second, a beautiful pass, but Trot's going to deal with it using the breakout. Not a car we usually see, but, I can respect it a little bit. Dalen, he's up with it. Dalen, gets waterfall down, and now Flashy, he takes a touch. Arc B-Ball in the midfield. Arc B-Ball is just going to go to the sidewall and let Flip take control of this one. Flip gets a touch. Trots to the side, and now Arc B-Ball faking it out for Flash. Dalen over to Trots. Back over to the Dalen, but Arc B-Ball cutting it off there. And Trot's going to try to make the save, but Flash is going to do away with it. And, I mean, we're approaching the halfway point in this game, and so far it looks like things have settled down, but it looks like the Pineapples are just about to score.
Yeah, I mean, both these teams haven't really had many shots. We're seeing one on each side, just a second one there coming out from the Pineapples. And it seems like it's been a lot of a battle in the midfield. A lot of Galaxy just combating Pineapples players, not allowing them getting too close to the net. But as I say that, a shot just off the post coming out from Flip 1010. I know a lot of the people in chat seem to be rooting for Pineapples. I know Flashy and the MKG boys. I know that they support their guys, and I feel like Pineapples have a lot more of the pressure. They have not allowed the ball to go out of Galaxy's half, and it seems like I just said, so, it might have just gotten overturned. But it seemed like the last 2 minutes they hadn't gotten the ball in the Pineapples half, and this was the first time to do so in that span. And Pineapples just seem very calm, cool, collected. They don't seem to want to force too much. But as I say that, I'm just going to cast a curse again, if that's all right. Trot's going to take the ball right off of Arc B-Ball off of that mistouch and put it in the back of the net.
I mean, Caster Curse is so perfect for this season of spookiness, right? You're cursing both teams at this point. So, Ventus, I think it's appropriate for Halloween time. So I'll let it slide this time, but I'm sure Pineapples fans aren't too happy, but they're going to be happy as Arc B-Ball sends a nuke into the back of the net.
It seems like Pineapples just get a lot of these kickoff goals. Flip kind of fakes out the touch, leaves it for Arc B-Ball in the midfield. That third man and Dalen pushing up a little bit too far. You kind of either have to decide whether you are going to play that back line or if you're going to push up aggressively, make one decision or the other. He kind of does neither, kind of plays in between and is not able to get the absolute banger that Arc B-Ball was able to put on that net. But, I mean, Pineapples, once again, even though it's like 2 kickoff goals and they haven't really scored any other way, I might have just cursed that again. They just score now off of Arc B-Ball leaving the ball off of that long clear from Flip. Looks like Dalen just kind of leaving the play, letting DJ go for that, but DJ wasn't able to be back in time. Maybe a miscommunication from Galaxy. Pineapple's definitely going to capitalize, though.
Yeah, I think Dalen was in no man's land there, and he was struggling to get back to that one, obviously. But, not a great start for Galaxy. As you mentioned, historically a very good team and a very good organization. It just recently, Space Jam recently got taken over by Critter, DJD stepping into the AGM position. And I think Critter did a very good job drafting his teams. And, I don't think he had to do much work for Galaxy because Galaxy already had DJD and players that have proven time and time again that they can win, such as Trots. Flip is going to get a 50 in the midfield. iTrots is going to try to bang it up to DJD. He's successful. DJD has one and tries to get a second, but it's not going to be a good enough touch. Flash now, he's going to take it down. Trots is going to be demoed for his troubles. Flip can't get to that one, and now it's Arc B-Ball. He takes a touch. Flash is going to take one himself. He's up with it. Flip reset potentially. He does get one, but it's not on target. Arc B-Ball trying to put it top right. It's not going to go. A little over a minute remaining. The Galaxy needs 2 goals to tie this one up, and Flash trying to take it across the face of the net, and iTrots trying to shoot it. They both get denied. A series of saves by Flip there. I mean, he's just an absolute demon, and Arc B-Ball, he might be cheating. This guy has not missed a shot yet.
I mean, honestly, I'm not sure how Pineapples kind of got away with murder there. I thought for sure after Flashies took that across the net and kind of gave away the possession that it was going to be a goal. Pops off the crossbar. Flip able to get the follow-up save. And, I mean, another great pass to Arc Ball from Flash, putting a goal in the back of the net. And I talked about Pineapples only having 2 kickoff goals. Well, now they have 2 more legit goals that gives them a 4-1 lead. Pineapples going out of this game 1 happy, unless they throw it somehow, of course. But it seems like Galaxy just kind of missing something. They have not been able to break out of their half. Maybe the speed, maybe they're just not great touches that they're getting. There's a lot of things that Galaxy could improve on to stop themselves from being suffocated, but they need to kind of change up what they're doing in game number 2.
Yeah, I'm noticing that they're just basically... iTrots has basically been playing goalie this entire game. And if you want to be successful, you have to get him out and in the action a little bit. So I think DJD and Dalen have to do a much better job letting him cook. But Flash is going to get a consolation prize for this one. A nice goal from him with 1 second left. But, I mean, we all knew this one was over.
Yeah, just... adding insult to injury is what Flash is doing right there. I mean, he's just rubbing salt in the wound of Galaxy after giving up a 4-1 game. They might get a throwaway goal here as Trot's going to get a 0-second goal. It seems like they're just kind of letting the goal go through. Flash kind of just faking, Arc Ball faking. I'm not sure what they were planning there, but I guess they're pretty confident in their ability to win this thing. Pineapples taking game number 1. Honestly, this might be a little controversial, but pretty dominantly. They outshot 12-5. They had 4 of their 5 goals assisted. Galaxy weren't able to have any of theirs assisted, and very little defense, no saves between the two of them. Considering how many shots there were very little saves.
I mean, if you think it's a hot take that Pineapples dominated this game, I'm really scared to hear your cold takes, to be completely honest, because I do agree with you. They definitely dominated that game, and it just didn't feel like Galaxy was in it at all. At any point in the game, it just seems like whenever the Pineapples got in the Galaxy zone, it was just constant pressure. And the counterattacks from them as well were very, very good. And they capitalized a lot on Galaxy's mistakes. And that's what you have to do at the end of the day, right? Your opponent is going to make a mistake, and you have to be there to put it in the back of the net. As we see a mistake coming out from DJD. Flash can't get to it. Dalen misses. Arc is going to put it in the back of the net. Clean up Isle Galaxy. What just happened?
Are we sure this is rival? I'm just messing. A couple uncharacteristic mistakes coming out from both teams. It looked like a bump there, forcing the third man to be able to commit, and Trot's taking Flip out of the play, making sure he couldn't shoot. But Arc B-Ball was able to be there for the shot, not there for that one. But, I mean, Pineapple's opening up the goal scoring early once again. I don't know if you consider that a kickoff goal, but within the first 20 seconds, I'd consider that a kickoff goal.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was opened up by the kickoff for sure. You know, it might not be considered officially a kickoff goal, but I think it definitely was, as Arc almost fakes out Trots when I'm actually really impressed he got back to that one. But nevertheless, the ball is in Galaxy's end. Seems like I've been saying that a lot lately. Flash off the backboard. Arc is just going to shoot it, and oh my goodness, what a save. Arc has been lights out shooting wise, so that's a big save coming out from Galaxy. Let's hope they can get some momentum off of this, but still, they don't have a shot this game, and Pineapples have 4 so far, and that should have been probably a goal. Flip just being a little generous there. Flashy is going to follow this ball. and try to get a 50, but Trotz is finally going to get the ball down in the Pineapples end, and it's in the midfield and back into the Pineapples end now. So Ventus, I mean, it seems like Galaxy, they're trying to find a way back into this game and this series so far. They got into the Pineapples end, but they haven't really found anything that's working so far. What do you think needs to happen in order for them to put the ball in the back of the net?
I just feel like they're not holding the ball well enough. They're kind of just banging the ball away, allowing Pineapples to just pick the ball up for free, not putting great challenges on it as well. They're kind of just throwing themselves at the ball when Pineapples already have possession. Example right there. Arc B-Ball had a perfect possession play on the ball, and Trotz full dive commits with low boost on that play, allowing more and more pressure to mount. And, I mean, DJD not getting a great touch, just allows Flashy to put a shot on net, a bump coming out from Arc B-Ball. And it seems like the two things I talked about really just came into a great examples for me. They need better touches to hold possession more, and they need better challenges. If they can do those things, which are, easier said than done, they'll be in a much better spot.
I think it's all about mindset, right? If you go into a game expecting to take control of it, you're going to do better. But iTrots is trying to take control for this Galaxy team. He's been the only member of Galaxy to score any goals, and he continues it in game 2.
Yeah, I mean, another mistake there from Arc B-Ball, not able to get the read off that ceiling, and it's basically a free net for Trotz. All he has to do is put it in the back of the net, and Galaxy, I mean, I don't know if they have not looked that great to me. I think that one of the biggest things that I saw when they were on stream Wednesday was Critter was able to facilitate a lot of offense for the Galaxy. And, I mean, he's a prospect player, but it felt like with him in the roster, Galaxy were much more fluid. They knew exactly where to play, what to do, where to go. And it just seems like they're all kind of lost. They're not sure exactly how each other want to play, leading to a bunch of lapses in the rotation, some overcommits, some early extensions, some...
Oh, my.
I mean, that was a crazy save by the opposing team. But I just feel like with how Galaxy was Wednesday, they were much more as a team. This is just 3 players playing Rocket League, it seems like to me.
Yeah, and I'm honestly confused why Doodle isn't playing. I believe he played against the team he faced on stream with Critter and DJD. So they've taken both of those guys out and replaced them with 2 new guys on stream, and it doesn't look nearly the same here. It just feels like everything's just disconjointed. And to be fair, the Pineapples are a great team, and okay, that one's just going to go in the back of the net. What a shot from Flip 1010. I mean, it's placement Percy out here. What a shot.
Yeah, great bump by Arc B-Ball in the midfield on Trotz, just freeing up that space. Flip catching DJ out of rotation, trying to catch him in that fake challenge that DJ was throwing at him. But, I mean, when you can see the opponent already turning before you even touch the ball, you can just rip it on net, and that's exactly what Flip does. And, I mean, I've had the luxury of playing on a team outside of Nemesis with Flip, and I feel like Flip is such an underrated player. He doesn't do anything super flashy. I mean, you talked about DJ the same way. He's just super solid at everything and makes little to no mistakes. And I feel like that's just how the Pineapples are going to get so far, is on the back of Flip holding down the fort and making great plays.
Yeah, I mean, he's done that time and time again. And you know what? Another assist for Flip. What a pass coming out from Pineapples. They have 4 assists to 4 goals. Arc just going to shoot this one in the back of the net. It seems like he just finds his way to the goal every time. And, I honestly, this series has not been close whatsoever.
Yeah, I think it's really come down to Galaxy just does not look good as a team. They look like 3 individuals. I mean, we talked about how they took out Doodle and Critter, or Critter was a sub up, obviously, but I mean, they played so well in that series together, and it seems like they're completely changing everything up. They aren't really sure what they want to do going forward, and I'm not sure this was the right choice. Maybe we'll see Super Sub Doodle come into play in the second half of the series, but Pineapples have just been so dominant. It's not like they've done anything special. It just seems like they're just playing a bit better than Galaxy. I feel like Galaxy are beating themselves.
Yeah, 100%. And this ball is going to hit the ground, I guess, whenever Flip feels like it here. But game two is going to go the way of the fruits here. Pineapple is getting it done in Rival. So they have one more game to go to take this and become 3-0 on the season and give Galaxy their first loss. Personally, I think they can do it 100%. I mean, they just look like the better team, as you've mentioned. It looks like three individuals just playing on the field. But honestly, like, iTrots has been playing very well, like, considering how little playmaking there is. I think he's been a great piece to this Galaxy team, and he's definitely been keeping them in it sometimes. But DJD's been playing pretty solid. It's just Dalen isn't getting the touches that I think he should be getting, especially playing that third man slash gadget role. I just feel like he's not doing enough in his role. And I think it's probably because he's not used to it. So I think he just needs to shift his mindset because he's a great player. He's just phenomenal. Excuse me. He's phenomenal. But I mean, you gotta find a way to win. And so far, Pineapples have found every way to win in Galaxy. They're kind of struggling here.
Yeah, I mean, Pineapples that last game outshot Galaxy 13-1. I mean, they are allowing Galaxy no time in the Pineapples half. They are just pummeling the net constantly making good passes between each other. And I feel like Pineapples have just been the better team. And it's not that they've done anything super flashy. Trotz does get another goal, his fourth of the series. And opens the scoring for Galaxy. But once again, I don't think it's been Pineapples necessarily playing fantastic. I just feel like they've been playing better than Galaxy, and Galaxy's just not been playing good.
Yeah, 100%. But we'll see if they can't get it back here. Trotz misses the first touch, but Dalen is going to put it in the back of the net. And it seems as though Galaxy, they found some life here off a great kickoff from iTrots, and Dalen is going to put that one in the back of the net every single day of the week. And, you know, shout out his alpha boost. You know, I just now noticed that he has alpha boost. That's pretty sick. You know, I actually scrimmed him in UR, and I asked him, I was like, how'd you get alpha boost? He's like, with money. And I just felt like really stupid at that moment. But you know what? Fair enough. He's just got a lot of bans, and he's really good at Rocket League. What else can you want in a teammate? As Flash is going to take one in the middle, flick it over one. Can he find Arc? He doesn't even need to. Flash is going to put this one in the back of the net to get it only down to one now.
Yeah, I think that Arc was trying to get a touch on this ball. Dalen reading the touch as well, and it just works as a fake into the bottom corner. I mean, either you're going to touch it really well, or you're not going to touch it at all and throw the other team off. And that's exactly what Arc B-Ball does there. I mean, it's a good play nonetheless, and I am kind of surprised Galaxy was able to get 2 kickoff goals. They do get a great capitalization there on flashies, as Dalen was able to beat out that player on the clear from DJD. I'm surprised Galaxy got those 2 kickoff goals. I feel like Pineapples have always been the team that has good kickoffs and always gets the kickoff goals. And so even though they have a 2-goal lead right now, anything is doable. There's still 4 minutes left in game number 3. I would not be surprised if Pineapples were able to mount a comeback.
Yeah, 100%. There's so much time as DJD is just bullying Arc and almost got it saved. A little awkward from iTrots, but Dalen, he's going to put it in the back of the net. And now Dalen has a hat trick of sorts. He's been really producing for this Galaxy team. Great team plays overall from Galaxy. Every goal has been assisted as well. It's a little bit of a flip-flop here. You know, it seems as though Pineapples are struggling a little bit, but it just eclipsed a minute in this game 3 so far. So, I mean, as you mentioned, I think they could definitely come back here, and they've shown that they can score pretty much at will. So we'll see if that's possible. Here's Arc B-Ball is going to take a touch. DJD going to get one right back. Flash is going to miss that one. Now it's DJD going to take a touch of his own. Tries to flick it. Arc is there, but DJD is almost going to put it in the back of the net. What a save from Flip. He has been a menace on the defensive end. A much-needed presence there as Dalen's going to try to turn, but he doesn't have enough boost. Flash is backflipping. Probably on accident there. He's going to try to shoot. It's off target, but I don't think DJD expected that one. And Flip is going to find himself a goal.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great pass from Flashy to Flip. I mean, all three of those players were there for Pineapples. If DJ was able to get that clear, is probably a goal. But also, this is kind of a problem with the Pineapples, specifically Flashies and Flip, because I know both of them. They are very willing to kind of just start having fun once they are up, and it's somewhat of a bad habit between the two of them. Um, I think that they are kind of taking it a little too lightly towards the middle of the series, and then they're like, oh, we dropped a game or two, now we have to lock back in and kind of take the game back by the reins. And it seemed like that's kind of what was happening towards the beginning of this game as well, where they went down pretty early, and now they've seemed to start ramping back up on the offense, start getting more pressure. I'm a little worried that it'll cause them to lose this game in general, but I feel like it's going to be a wake-up call for them that they can't just mess around and win.
Yeah, 100%. And I agree to a degree. I mean, I feel like they do mess around, but I'm pretty sure Arc B-Ball, he'll hopefully get them in check. I mean, you never know. I'm not sure who the captain is over there, but Flip does like to mess around, especially with Flash. They're very good friends, and I feel like they're actually giving Galaxy a run for their money right now. It seems like they've just put the pieces back together so far. They're making good chances as Flash is up with it, sends it to the backboard, but DJD, great play on zero boost for him. Arc B-Ball is going to try to get a touch, but DJD gets one. What a shot from him. Flash, he's up with one, but doesn't get a second. Dalen's just going to leave it for DJD. DJD just gets boost just in time as iTrots demos one. The net's somewhat open, but Flash is going to make it back just in time. A little bit of an unfortunate spawn for Galaxy, and Flash is already up. Flash with one. Can he double? No, he does not have enough boost as iTrots gets a very nice touch into the corner. He gets it above Flip there. DJD sending it down. A nice double from him. Flash now sends it to the side. Arc B-Ball tries to get it over there, but it's not going to go. Flip, he's up. Can't find the touch. DJD, can he find the double? He can't. And Dalen, he gets it away. iTrots gets bumped out by Flash. Dalen, he's trying to cut, but Arc B-Ball is going to beat him to the ball there. Flash sends it over. And now Flip sends it to the corner. Tries to get it on target, but it's going to go off the backboard. Can Flash get there? And yes, he can. Beats out iTrots for this amazing goal. And now they're only down by one here, Ventus. This is totally doable.
Yeah, I mean, another good play from the Pineapples. And, I mean, Arc B-Ball maybe taking a step back from the offensive side of the ball. Definitely keeping a lot of the midfield presence as that third man. Flashy's kind of stepping up now as that goal scorer, that first man creating space. Flip being that facilitator that he usually is. This might be a goal, though, for Dalen. He's going to put it in the back of the net right behind Arc B-Ball. And just as we thought Pineapples could come back and potentially steal the game back from Galaxy, Galaxy put a great shot on net, kind of quelling the woes that might be the watchers over here that think that they aren't able to compete with the Pineapples.
Oh, yeah. I mean, not only just the spectators, but us. I had no idea that they could compete against this Pineapple roster, but it seems as though they can. But Arc B-Ball is going to put one in the back of the net yet again, and it's now only a one-goal game yet again. Flip, a great pass off of an insane 50, and we'll see if Pineapples can't get another goal here to force OT, but I thought Galaxy was going to take this one before the series even started, but I mean, Pineapples have just proven that they're the better team, but with 25 seconds, they're going to need to win this game 3 to get a sweep. Flip gets one, tries to get a second, a nice ball, and Flash dunks him out! The game is tied!
Oh my word, what a great beat there by Flip. Getting the beat on Dalen as well. Trot's trying to get the pop past Flashy's full diving his second man. It's do or die in the last 20 seconds there. He's able to put it back in the net. He's able to tie it up for the Pineapples. Pineapples come back into this game, have all the momentum. Flashy's looking for a double tap, leaves it for Arc B-Ball, and this game couldn't get any closer.
Yeah, finally a close game. Seems like we've gone blowouts for the first two games, and now we're treated to a close game This is obviously do or die for Galaxy, but I feel like it's also do or die for Pineapples because if they lose this game, Galaxy gets a good bit of momentum and they could stage a comeback into this series. Arc B-Ball just missing. DJD is going to send it to the midfield. Flash with a touch. Gets a second. A beautiful pass, but Trotz is going to deny that one. He's a full take a boost on the backboard. Arc B-Ball with a nice pass. Flashy, he's going to have to put this one on target. It's off the backboard. Flip with another ball. Flash with the bump, and that's a great play. Yeah, the Pineapples are going to take it in 3, and it's the most unbelievable comebacks you'll ever see.
I mean, a great bump there by Flashies. I couldn't ask for, well, I could ask for a better series, but I just think it's such a fitting way that they start messing around early in game number, or the end of game number 2, early game number 3. Then they're like, okay, we need to lock in. Somehow are able to come back, take the game in overtime, are able to sweep, and I mean, I don't want to say Galaxy going 2-0 was fraudulent, because that's just me. But that being said, Pineapples just looks so much better than Galaxy, and they're the same record. And I don't know whether that is just Pineapples are the top team. I mean, especially now with a rival being in question, with Thigh Chad getting moved up to Titan. Who is going to be these top rival teams? Is it going to be Galaxy? They'll have to step it up. Is it going to be Pineapples? They've shown that they can beat the other top seat, or the top people in the standings. I mean, there are a lot of questions in Rival League with so much stuff going on. A couple teams already changing up rosters, and I feel like Pineapples coming out here showing the sweep just kind of solidifies themselves at the top of Rival League.
Yeah, 100%. And they had the last series on stream where they had Critter sub it in there with Doodle and DJD. But I thought they played an incredible team game to win that series. I just think Doodle not playing is kind of making me scratch my head a little bit. I don't know if he had, he was busy. I don't know what's going on, but I thought he should have been out there and playing. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. And Galaxy, they unfortunately go down to 2-1 on the season. But don't leave just yet. We have a nice matchup coming in at 9:30. So stay tuned. Ventus, thank you again for casting with me. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you. Honestly, I just have so much fun casting with Gallium. I feel like you can feel it as the viewer. You can see how much fun we're having in the booth. But I mean, obviously that's why they had us as the caster duo for season 12. I don't want to brag about myself, but I mean, we always have such a fun time, and I'm so glad that I was able to cast with you tonight.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure, Ventus. You're my dog, but unfortunately, it has to end sometime. So that's going to be this time. We're going to get you guys to the next series. It's going to be Warhawks taking on Wyverns. Should be a good one in the Prospect League. See you guys later. Peace out.
Big bass.
with a big bass.
I need better company between my own thoughts and me. I sing, something took my melody. Maybe it's just like my mama said. Maybe the monsters aren't under the bed. Maybe they're up there inside of my head instead. And cut the lights, close the blinds and say goodnight, goodnight. Nothing rhymes in my mind, no lullaby, bye-bye. I'm the black sheep, no one's counting, Lord. When I fall asleep, all my dreams are good. All my life, had a fight, no lullaby, bye-bye. Love is so easy to spell, but I can't explain it well. It's like heaven till it's hell, oh well. Maybe it's just like my mama said. Maybe the monsters aren't under the bed. Maybe they're up there inside of my head instead. Cut the lights, close the blinds and say goodnight, goodnight. Nothing rhymes in my mind, no lullaby, bye-bye. I'm the black sheep, no one's counting, Lord. When I fall asleep, all my dreams are good. All my life, had a fight, no lullaby, bye-bye.
Really? He puts it in! 0 seconds remaining! He seems to be playing hard for it. Oh my goodness! Rudy, what is this?
Doesn't get the touch he's looking for. Kato, Scott, oh, he gets the flick and he gets it through. Place this heck. He's gonna get the shot. He's gonna put it in. Back to back. On the backward. Can he find the touch? He's gonna put the shot on.
High off the backboard here. Opportunity. Here comes the shot.
Is this serious? Hold on. Surely this can't. Oh my
Let's go
lord.
with the shot. It's gonna go in.
Oh, open thing on the goal line. He did
Nearly over.
sweep. It comes through. The Venom, the improbable, the impossible, the 4-time champions.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Nemesis Gaming League. I'm joined by Gallium in the booth. It's been a pretty good day, Gallium. I hope you enjoyed the last series. I certainly did. Are you ready for this next one?
I sure am. I really can't tell why you'd be excited about that last series, but it was an all right series, but I'm excited for this one. I just got out of the pits of Prospect, and I'm in Chally now, so I'm excited to see how this Prospect gameplay is going to go down between the Warhawks and the Wyverns. I do have a little bit of some info about both teams, actually, because my good friend Dino is on the Wyverns, and he actually has a concussion. So he's out for the first half of the Nemesis season, and Bondo was kind enough to keep him around. So it's going to be Postman, King Koku, and Allen going up against Zay Cinco, Solus on kick, Fenrir, and Hazak, whichever three they decide to field on that end. So it should be an interesting match. Hopefully the Wyverns can get a couple of wins, because by the time Dino gets back, you don't want to be in, say, like a 0-9 pit. You want to get at least a couple of wins to make a playoff run late in the season.
Yeah, and as a former prospect champion, you obviously know a lot more about this league than I do, but I do see Postman. Postman, wasn't he on our team last season down in
Yeah.
prospect?
Hmm.
Yeah, Postman, he's that dude. I know the name King Koku as well. So the Wyverns, I mean, they still got some familiar faces at least, but the Warhawks. They got one of those Zays, and I don't know which one it is. It says Zay 5. There's at least 12 of them in there. So, and Fenrir, obviously, a very known player around the scene. But that's really all I know on Warhawk. So it's going to be very interesting to see, kind of some new faces, a couple old faces as well. See who really comes out on top here. Gallium, you've got that prospect experience. What kind of things should I expect here tonight? You know a couple of these players, like you said. Are we expecting like a 3-0 sweep here for the Wyverns? A Warhawk sweep? I mean, like what should I get down here with? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, you're 100% correct. I do have that insider information, but
Mhm.
both these teams are kind of like a question mark in my mind because Wyverns, they have Postman. He is such a talented player. He is really fast and he gets touches that you won't believe. And he's paired up with King Koku, who I wanted last season, but he got sniped from me. Heartbreak emoji. And Alan 5TV, who was a sub last season in Prospect. I don't think I've seen him play, but I've heard he's pretty good. I've heard some rumblings about it. But Warhawks, on the other hand, I've been a Fenrir believer since day one. A lot of people are discrediting this Warhawks team, but I'm not, because I think Fenrir is genuinely a very talented player. Hopefully he proves that right. And he's paired up with Solus on kick, who Solus has been in Prospect for a decent amount of time. He's pretty solid. So I'm excited to watch both these teams go at it. If I had to give a prediction, I'd say Wyverns in 4.
Wyverns in 4. Can Wyverns get their first win of the season as they wait for their player that is currently on IR to come back? Dino, obviously waiting to see his team do well. Can it happen here? Zay Cinco and Solus. A little double commit there as Postman sends a bang all the way down. Hazak with one touch. Oh, it wasn't a great one though. Postman had an opportunity. That one goes way wide though. Allen now with a pass over to Zay is Postman with a touch, but a demo there from Allen. A little bit of chaos in the backfield, and Zay is going to have a free goal here. A little bit of confusion, it feels like, and obviously a missed touch here from King Koku, and first goal here for the Warhawks.
A little bit of an unfortunate touch there, and Zay Cinco is going to punish them. It seems as though Fenrir is not playing. It's going to be Zay Cinco, Solus, and Hazak. So, very interesting lineup. I'm excited to see how they're performing. So far, they're doing a great job, for obvious reasons. So, I'm just excited to see what comes next. And honestly, this one might go the distance just based off the fact that both of these teams are relatively new and they're still trying to find their way in Prospect.
Always love me a game 5 here, and can it happen? But that we're a long way away from that, as game 1 still has to find a winner, as we're only a minute in, and we're already talking about game 5, Galliums. Let's settle down. Let's see what this series has for us. As a couple whiffs, they're gonna allow the Wyverns to create a counterattack. Postman shot just wide. Allen trying to put that one back mid. King Koku, he's a high flyer. Perfect shot off the post and in. What a bang there.
Oh my goodness, that one was absolutely disgusting. Can you believe that this guy was a sub last season for Prospect? I sure can't. Gladiators really sold with that one. Anywho, King Koku with a great goal, going top rope and just banging it down. What an insane shot from them. And Warhawks, they're going to have to answer back, because it seems like the Wyverns' high-flying offense could be a problem for them, as King Koku gets a nice touch there, but Hazak is going to dish it back out. I think this one is going to be a high-scoring series. Both offenses are just looking so good right now.
Yeah, and the defense is, looking for a little bit step up. 2 saves for both these teams, though. So it is still, they're not free goals. These are good shots. So I think these offenses are just that good. As another great shot comes in. Oh my goodness, the placement, Gallium. Look, there's good defense, but it's just better offense right now.
Wow, that is an incredible shot from Hazak. That's a shot that most rival players aren't hitting on a consistent basis. That is an incredible goal I know you're hitting it on a consistent basis, Flip, but you're not like most rival players. That's for sure. But regardless, very good goal from the Warhawks. That's a great response. You wanted to see that from them, but an even bigger save right there. Wyverns, they're trying to claw their way back into this game one. Let's see if they can do it.
Yeah, Warhawks taking off to a nice early lead, and then again, after getting tied up, they once again found a nice answer as Hazak looking for another opportunity. That shot just gonna be wide. Had the opportunity to honestly put it almost anywhere, but just not on target. Now Zay rotating back, but Solus doesn't get the touch. Hazak had to dive for that save, and he made it happen. King Koku waiting for Zay's touch. Zay getting a double off the ground. Postman with one touch. Not a great one. Is Zay gonna put that one off the backboard. Allen's there. Not a great touch. Solus gonna look for the shot. Solus putting that one away. And the Warhawks pounce on another great opportunity.
What a play from Solus. I mean, Zay with a very nice pass. Allen just can't get the touch on the backboard. And Solus is ready for that one. I feel like every shot that has been put on target has just been so unsavable. It's crazy. It seems like both teams are just shooters right now. I mean, and I'm 100% here for it. You love to see it, especially in Prospect. Some good shooting happening here, but Wyverns, if they want to come back into this series, they're going to have to generate some more chances, some more offense. So far, Warhawks are out shooting them.
Yeah, that was another opportunity there, but Allen got demoed right before he was about to shoot, so good heads-up play there from the Warhawks. Now Zay going for another opportunity. That one going to get pinched away by Allen. As now Solus looking for the pass back mid. That pinch not going to go very far as King Koku passes it back over to Solus. Solus with the back pass over to Hazak. Hazak now looking for a touch. Doesn't have a lot of boost to work with. Couldn't get the 50 either. Zay going to try to take this one back. No, he's taking it to the wall, but not a great touch as King Koku sends out one long. It's over Solus and the backflip of doom. And King Koku puts another one away.
Solus is probably in the most awkward position you can be in when the ball is traveling at that trajectory. Unfortunately, he backflips, but great awareness from King Koku and great placement from him to get it in the back of the net. And now, Wyverns, they're within one here, Flip.
Within one, and I'm not gonna lie, Gallium, I'm expecting 3 more goals before regulation ends, and we could have an overtime. We could have a 6-2 game. I don't know, but I expect a lot of goals still to come as Allen hits that one off the corner. Postman with the pass. Oh my goodness, Postman had the drop down, but he got bumped and it got sent long, but that's a great pass over to Hazak. Hazak doesn't have the shot. Zay trying to continue the pressure though. Hazak now looking for the double. Oh my goodness, he has the pressure off the backboard. Zay continuing the pressure. Solus maybe a little too far up. That's a great shot.
Oh my!
Solus doesn't have the save. Don't leave that man back. What are we doing?
That is absolutely ridiculous. What a play from Allen. Getting the outlet pass out to King Koku. He just puts it on target there. King Koku, hats are flying everywhere. All right, 3 goals for him. And, Flip, I'm going to let the chat guess who has all 3 assists to King Koku's 3 goals.
Yeah, well, if they had any, if they were paying attention to that last one, then they are able to guess. But just really awkward positioning here for the Warhawks sometimes as their third man. They overcommit. They leave, their third man in a bad position and a free shot there. And King Koku, he has been striking. Postman, not going to have the dunk there. In fact, it's going to be Solus with a beautiful shot. Oh my goodness. Off the bar and down. And Gallium, we have 40 seconds left, and it's 4-3. I told you there's another goal coming, though.
Yeah, no, you definitely did. But what a shot from Solus. I mean, he was the last man back on both of the Wyverns' last 2 goals. Great response from him. You're down but never out. But Wyverns, they need some sort of miracle here to get back into this game one. But wait, they might not need one. Oh my goodness, some close chances going on.
Zay with the patience and the composure to read that one off the ceiling. But now Zay's out of the picture. Solus and Hazak the only ones back. Hazak with a nice touch to the corner. Koku not able to get the touch. Hazak trying to get control. Allen with a good 50, but Zay's already up in the air. Zay can be so dangerous. One touch towards the back wall. That one gonna go wide, but buys more time here. Counting down. 5 seconds remaining. That ball bouncing mid. Really awkward. Allen with the save. 3 seconds. No time left on the clock, actually. Is that ball? It's going to hit the corner.
Oh my.
It's in the air. Hazak, he's going to look for the shot. That one's going to hit straight down. King Koku keeps it alive. Postman keeping that one alive as well. He gets the pass out. Koku, can he get there? No! And Zay was all the way back anyway, but that looked like an opportunity there, Gallium. You keep the ball up in the air like that, things get crazy.
I mean, what a chance for the Wyverns there to get a last-second goal to send this to OT. But overall, what a great game one. I mean, we were really treated to a great game one. Dare I say this game one is more entertaining than the last series on stream altogether. But,
What do you
you
think?
know why it wasn't
What do
entertaining,
you think?
Flip. You know why.
I
um,
saw great content last match,
oh,
but
yeah,
this
I'm sure.
was pretty good too, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Warhawks, they did put it all together. I thought they were a more complete team. Um, Wyverns just mainly scored off of just banging the ball deep into the net. So if the Warhawks want to keep up this pressure, they are more than welcome to, because Wyverns, they haven't really made any super impressive offensive chances to generate some goals here. That's what I hope for them to change into this next game. Whereas we're taking it to the train station here, Flip. I'm excited.
Yeah, and now we got to see. I'm excited to see the Wyverns bounce back here at Urban Central. I will say though, Gallium, it's not like the Wyverns didn't have offense. I think they had pretty solid offense. They had good passes. They had good opportunities. I think the actual defense, whenever Zay and Hazak are back, they are, actually solid on defense. They don't allow a lot through. But whenever they're overcommitting, that's whenever they get caught out. So it's just about balancing, getting caught out, actually wanting to attack. We are missing some players, it feels like. And we have someone on the Warhawks crashed, so we're going to have to reset real quick. Crip, luckily, with our admin powers in Rocket League. What a great addition to Rocket League, by the way. That one's actually, it's so nice. I mean,
Yeah.
there's some times where I'm like, man, I wish I could pause. Oh, I can pause the game just like that. So it is pretty nice. But on all seriousness, though, Wyverns, I think, have a great shot at bouncing back if they can solidify their defense a little bit more. Because I feel like their plan of attack works. Counterattacks work, Gallium. It works all the way up into Titan. It works. So if they can solidify their defense, I think they got a real shot here. But Warhawks, they've just looked a little bit better so far.
Yeah, 100%. Warhawks finally have all three members in the game. I believe Hazak's game crashed, if I'm not mistaken. So glad he's back in the mix. But I mean, Wyverns and Warhawks, this is shaping up to be an incredible series. And game one treated us. Game two, I think the main difference I'm looking for, as I mentioned before, is just the Wyverns just getting that offense really, really buttoned up, right? As we see Warhawks, I mean, that is an insane play
God.
coming up from them. That is high-level Rocket League, and I just cannot believe that this is what I'm witnessing in Prospect right now.
Yeah, I mean, Hazak, he's had a couple of these really solid, soft touches that just kind of set up his teammates. Sometimes it's to the back corner I saw him do it to Zay a couple times. He leaves it for Zay with a nice soft touch to the back corner. That one, just a nice little soft drop down pass to Solus. Hazak right now just kind of showing his prowess of being able to find his teammates and give them receivable passes, but it's going to be King Koku doing it all for the Wyverns here. What a catch and what a flick.
I mean, he might have an illegal substance all over his car. I mean, that ball just stuck right to his car, and he flicked it so perfectly there. And King Koku, he's the only one who scored for this Wyverns team. He has 4 goals in this series, and it's game 2.
4 goals for King Koku. Trying to make it 5 here. Can he do the double? Not going to have the angle. Didn't have the boost to get back to it. Postman with 1 touch. He's going to try to send that one long. Postman looking for another one. That's going to be off the backboard. That one barely wide. Allen was looking for the rebound. Not going to come through here. King Koku with a good challenge. Allen could start to counterattack here. That one's going to be bouncing really awkward. Postman, you don't have the read. That's unfortunate. It bounced just a little too far down. Could have been a great opportunity. And once again, the Wyverns offense is starting to click a little bit. But then all of a sudden, here come the Warhawks. Zay going to get challenged early. Allen with 1 clear out, but it's going to be over to Solus. Solus with a nice touch. King Koku couldn't get a follow-up on it. Hazak now trying to get a little time. He's always so good at taking his time there, but that one going to be a bad 50 as Solus now clearing that one right back into the corner. And this is where I think the Warhawks are just a little bit better, Gallium. I think they can sustain this pressure for longer with better challenges at the midfield. That one obviously not going the way of the caster curse, but Allen's going to have a good shot there. That one going to get saved away. Warhawks are hanging on. Wyverns are striking. Both these teams, they have to give eventually, Gallium, but I don't know who's going to do it first. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my.
Cool.
Wow. I mean, you almost just caster cursed that one into existence. But yeah, I agree. Oh my goodness, Warhawks are just getting pummeled right now. Oh, wow. Okay, things are happening, so I'm just gonna shut up and let you take the reins back. How about that?
Okay, well, what a shot there for Hazak, but it's going to be saved away by Allen as this one now going to be passed from Solus over to Hazak. Hazak doesn't have a lot of boost posting with a nice spawn. Zay going to be waiting back, buying his time for that one. Doesn't get the touch, though. King Koku, guess who's there? It's him. Not going to have the shot on target, though, as Allen now looking for the pass, but that one going to get 50'd all the way out. Postman continuing to put up that pressure, though. Allen going for the turn, maybe looking for a pass, a little bit of a double commit. Postman looking for the 50, not going to go through. Hazak with a nice save, but still more pressure here for Wyverns. Zay, one touch. King Koku able to get a piece of it, but sent straight back to Postman. Zay continuing his pressure, though. Trying to get this ball out of his own half, trying to get this offense going for the Warhawks. I feel like we've seen a lot of Wyverns offense, but the Warhawks offense a little bit quieter so far this game, too. King Koku trying to continue up the pressure, but Hazak once again there in the midfield. A good touch there from Postman. Trying to get a follow. Not the best touch, though. Allen with a log send. That one bouncing really high, really awkward. Solus just trying to keep that ball in the Wyverns half. King Koku with one touch. Going for the follow. It's only Zay Cinco back, but Zay buying his time, waiting very patiently. And I think these third men, they kind of figured out, okay, we need to just wait a little bit farther back for these passes, these clears. That one could be a little dangerous. Postman does have to get the save. Gallium, there's so much happening. Postman has a shot. Solus, that's not a great touch. Can we get a follow-up? It's King Koku!
Oh my. Oh my. King Koku, what a play from him. But can we talk about this Postman play? He sends it down. Solus has to make an awkward touch, and he can't get the save. King Koku, he's there. He's flying in like Superman. And if this is the Wyverns without Dino, when Dino gets back, Bondo might be the smartest GM to ever walk the earth right now, because as soon as Dino gets back, this team is going to have their full potential unlocked. And I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, Big Brain Bondo, some of them call him. I call him Big Man Bondo because that's my boy. But at this point, he has a big brain too. That's a great 50 from Allen, though, as Solus now looking for a pass out. That one going to be back to Zay, but the third man, King Koku, sitting a little bit deeper, waiting for those long clears. Good awareness there as Zay pops that ball up high. Solus not going. King Koku just going to get a touch on it, not allow a free shot. Solus on the side while Postman beats him there, but that ball floating up high. Allen just going to get one touch. Maybe he's trying to start the counterattack. Look out! Postman's behind you! Postman now trying to take it. He's going to maybe find a pass over to King Koku, but Hazak with the save. Allen, a lot of boost. Gets the beat on one. Gets the double. That one's super awkward. Postman a little too far back. Solus with one beat. It's a dunk on another. Postman, can he have the touch? No, it's going to be Zay Cinco with a nice shot, but Allen's going to be there for the save. Postman on the wall, not going to go for it. It's going to be Allen with one nice touch, but Solus is going to have that one. A long clear. King Koku trying to send it back over to his teammate. Postman gets a beat on one. Can he get the follow-up? It's going to be Allen looking for him downfield. Zay Cinco, he's waiting in the corner. Can he have the touch? It's going to be Postman sending it across. Hazak barely able to get the awkward save, awkward touch there off the crossbar. 25 seconds remaining. Zay with one long touch. Allen's going to be there, buying more time, wasting more time, as 20 seconds are all that's left. Zay Cinco in the air, so dangerous, but Hazak has to collect this one, that one, in the corner. Not the best place to be. He's finding a pass. Solus couldn't get there. That ball still bouncing mid. Guess who's in the air? It's Zay Cinco off the ceiling. He doesn't have the reset. A great clear there. Hazak, one last opportunity. It's not going to fall yet. That ball bouncing up the air. That one's going to hit the ground. Gallium, a great game too here. Wyverns answer back very crucially. And guess who's on top of the leaderboard? Guess who's scoring the goals, getting the saves, doing it all? It's King Koku.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, man. I try to put y'all on to King Koku, but no one listened except for Bondo, apparently. So shout out to Bondo for real. But King Koku is just playing ridiculous, and I think part of it has to do with his great teammate facilitators. To be completely honest, like Allen and Postman are constantly looking for passes. They're looking for that next man to pass it to, and yes, that next man always happens to be King Koku, but it's still a great sign to see your team really just outperforming what people would expect from you, because this is an 0-2 team. They're going up against a very solid Warhawk squad. They're doing great so far, and I mean, it's tied 1-1. Anything can happen in the series.
Anything can happen. Game 3. It's a best of 3. Solus, a pop shot there. King Koku says, "Don't worry, Kings. I got this one." As he's going for the flip reset, gets it over Zay. Zay switching to the Finnick. Worst car in the game, by the way. Still. As Postman now up in the air, one touch. That one's going to be bouncing mid as Zacinko pass, but it's over to Allen. Allen off the backboard. Hazak a little bit awkward. Oh, Allen, I thought he was going to go for the demo. Doesn't need it because he's got the striker himself. It's King Koku, baby.
I mean, just look at the aura from Allen there. He's like, you know what? I don't even need to bump you. Okay, I can just have King Koku put in the back of the net for me. It seems as though Hazak was a little scared of what Allen could potentially do to him, that he wasn't ready for King Koku to fly in and make that shot right there. So great play early on, and it seems as though Wyverns are picking up where they left off, Lip.
Picking up right where they left off, and Postman trying to continue it as he gets an insane dunk there on Hazak. Allen up in the air, Zacinko with one touch. Solus on the sidewall, gonna have a clear. Take his time. King Koku with the 50. That ball going to be sent way high. Hazak now trying to get the clear. Doesn't get the touch, though, as it rolled off the ceiling. Zacinko, a little bit of time. A little bit of boost. Not much to work with, but he's still able to get past one. Now it's Hazak's turn, but he gets bumped. Allen already up in the air. Sending that one towards the sidewall. A little bit dangerous there as Postman able to get the 50, though. A minute down, and Zay continuing to just have a lot more aerial pressure, I feel like. I feel like this Warhawks team, you know, they're claiming, they're sticking true to their name. I feel like they're in the air a lot more so far this game. As Postman with a nice 50. Maybe you're looking for a shot. Zacinko already on top of that one. Doesn't have a whole lot of boost, though. Allen, a little bit of time, a little bit of boost. Can he make something happen? It's going to be a pass over to King Koku. That ball bouncing back mid. Postman a little awkward. Still able to get the touch just in time. And I feel like the Warhawks are so close to scoring, but the Wyverns have shut them out just enough so far, Gallium. And now the Wyverns, they had their chance to attack, but this Warhawks team, they got to find something here. It might be Wyverns the rest of the way. Too many W names, but Solus, he's going to have to clear over to Hazak. No shot coming through, and that was their best chance yet. But Gallium, I feel like this Warhawks team is so close, but this Wyverns team just shuts the door on them right in time.
Yeah, great defense from them, but, I mean, as you mentioned, it just seems like they're one little moment away from putting the ball in the back of the net, and they just need to keep trying as Postman gets an insane dunk there. What a play from him, and Wyverns, they're keeping it in the Warhawks zone, as I think they would like to, because Warhawks are starting to heat up here, and you don't want them in your zone for too long.
Yeah, too many chances, and it might not just be one that falls. It might be another three that start falling, so definitely the floodgates haven't opened quite yet. Solus going to clear that one long. Allen a little bit awkward. That bounce favoring Solus as he might be able to get a pass mid. Guess who's there? It's the back flipping Hazak, as now it's going to be a counterattack opportunity here for King Koku and the Wyverns. King Koku with one touch. Maybe he's going to be the facilitator this time. No, Hazak stops that one in his tracks. Postman with one touch. Going to let Solus take that one away. Just clears it all the way down. And maybe has a shot. King Koku with the save. Zacinko couldn't get there in time. A little bit of a misstep. King Koku, he's apologizing, but his teammates had his back for that one. King Koku, you got to make that save, though, and he does. As now Allen with one touch. Zacinko putting that ball in the air, going towards the back wall. Another 50 on the Postman, and oh my gosh, what a touch from Zacinko! The pinch comes by, and Solus puts that one away. Nobody saw that one coming. What a pinch from Zacinko there, as he's able to get it around. And I don't know if I lost Gallium or not, but we are still here and thriving as the Warhawks are, as they have just reignited their offense. Finally, their first goal in what it seems like forever. But Wyverns not going to go down without a fight. Postman, he's been kind of all over the field so far, as now he's finding a pass over to who? King Koku. Now Postman going to pop that one right back up over to Allen. Allen not going to have the shot there. King Koku trying to keep the pressure up. Zacinko now with a one long bang. Didn't have any boost to work with, and he still got a huge clear out of it. Postman, not a great 50. Solus, nice touch towards the back wall. Going to waterfall down. Solus doesn't have the read. Allen has the clear. Cinco, one touch. Solus, try to get it back to him. Zacinko, a little bit of boost. Maybe has Hazak in the midfield, but zero boost there for Hazak. Not a whole lot of boost on this Warhawks team in general. Solus, only one back with some boost. And now, I don't know if I have Gallium back yet or not, but there seems to be a minute remaining on this clock. And Zacinko with an opportunity.
Why?
That one gonna get saved away by Allen. And Gallium, man, it's good to have you back. I don't know how much you've seen, but it's been a kind of a deadlock here. Both these teams trying to find a way through. The defenses have really stepped up.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched the whole thing. It was just my microphone just decided to hate me for a second. So,
Real?
little unfortunate timing, but we have a little less than 30 seconds here, and the Wyverns, they look so close to scoring, but the
Oh, no.
Warhawks might just score themselves. That's so close, Flip.
So close, and still 20 seconds remaining here as Postman trying to get that ball cleared. Warhawks, they've had so much pressure. Can they make it count? Allen with the fake. Solus, he's going to play that one back to the corner. He doesn't have any boost to follow it up, though. He can still get the beat on Kinkoku.
Oh,
that
my.
ball's fully mid. What a save. Coming out. That Postman making the game-saving save. This is going to overtime, Gallium. I thought that was for sure a goal for Warhawks.
That is a ridiculous save, putting it all on the line. He had to be perfect there to make that save. And Postman coming in clutch when his team needs him most. That's exactly the attribute I look for in a good player, and Postman has that attribute. Last season against Hypernova, he got the last second goal in Game 5 to win us that game against them. So he's just that clutch of a player, and there's no more clutch of a moment than that moment that just happened, Flip.
Goal line saves are my favorite thing in the game, but just 0-second goal line saves, oh my goodness. They just make beautiful things, and honestly, props to Postman for making that save. I don't know if I could have. That was an insane one. Postman and the Wyverns still have to score, though. And who's going to do it? It might be Kinkoku there. No. Allen couldn't get the touch either, and Hazak with a pinch of a lifetime, sending that one all the way down. Postman calmly collects that one, trying to make a play happen. He's been a solid facilitator for this whole team, but Kinkoku, he's been the beneficiary. Allen not going to go for that one. As Allen said, going to go for a demo on one. Hazak, not a whole lot of boost. Also gets bumped by Kinkoku, and Kinkoku going to take his time on this one. Not any boost left, but Solus doesn't have a shot. Oh my gosh, Postman not going to put it away. No, is it going to be Kinkoku again? No, it's on the post. Allen going to put it away. Oh my goodness. Finally, someone other than the Wyverns are on the someone other than Kinkoku on the Wyverns scores. But my goodness, Gallium, I thought they sold the bag there, but they're able to secure the dub.
I mean, it definitely looked like they sold the bag, but what a way to recover. And Allen getting the perfect 50 there. Wyverns are one game away from being 1-2. Okay, especially considering how poorly the season started for the Wyverns. It's definitely going to be a confidence booster to know that you can win with this roster. And honestly, the Wyverns roster is outplaying the Warhawks starting roster, right? So I think they're doing a great job overall as a team. I think they're playing off of each other very well, and the defense from the Wyverns has just been lights out so far.
no.
And oh my gosh. Oh
Did
no.
you see it? I know you saw it.
I sure did. Fenrir is subbing in for Hazak here. So Warhawks going with a change in personnel. We'll see if it can benefit them. And in my unbiased personal opinion, I think this is a great move.
I think so far Hazak has played really well. He would not have been the player I subbed out. I'm going to be honest. Now,
Me as well.
but that's okay. We will see what happens here on Forbidden Temple. What forbidden things are going to happen. Are we going to see a flip reset? An air dribble here for Allen into the own goal from Solus. Allen with a great play right off kickoff, though. And oh my goodness, Allen with some control there, but finishes it off from Solus. Oh, what a beautiful shot. Only 8 seconds into the game.
Wow. What a play coming out from both teams, I guess you could say. A little bit of unfortunate circumstances that they got that own goal, but hopefully the Warhawks can bounce back here as Zay Cinco has been high-flying all game. Fenrir, a great ball. That almost is on target, but Zay Cinco is going to finish it. Talk about an immediate impact from Fenrir with the assist. What a goal, though, by Zay to slot that one in the back of the net.
Yeah, I think they just need a little bit more speed. I was noticing the Warhawks, they were just a little too, I wouldn't say slow, but it was just like, I don't know if they were trying to play so composed. It just felt like everything was trying to be in control. Fenrir, that man's flying. That man's going as fast as he possibly can, and it works out there. Maybe he's going to work out here. Doesn't elect to go for that one. Goes for that ball instead, as that ball in the midfield. A little bit awkward. Allen puts that one off the backboard, but Solus is going to be there for the clear. Postman with a nice shot. That one going to be there. Fenrir couldn't get there in time.
Wow.
An absolute strike from Postman.
I mean, what a ball. You had to time that perfectly to get that much power on it. Postman does just that. Fenrir can't quite get to it. And Postman, that's his first goal of the series. And I mean, that couldn't have come at a better time.
Yeah, his first goal of the series should have been in that overtime, but We let it slide.
Yeah, we don't worry about it.
No, I honestly I kind of forgot about it until you said something. But Postman, as he's been playing all like really well, just all over the pitch. He has been their midfield man, in my opinion. You know who's been their striker though?
Oh,
That man right there. Somebody bring out the protractor. Somebody call a lot. It's King Koku in the house.
What in the world? He got up for that quicker than I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. I don't know how he read that, to be completely honest. That ball bounced super awkwardly on the cusp of the ceiling and the backboard, but he reads it perfectly, and he gets a very nice goal to extend the lead to 2 here, flipping. I mean, it's hard not to glaze the Wyverns right now. They're looking great. Oh my goodness. It's Postman to Allen. Everything's falling apart for the Warhawks.
Man, what a touch there. What a shot there from Allen. Postman, if he had the flip reset, it was going to go over the head. If he did have the flip reset, Allen was there for the shot. Really solid team play there. The control from the Wyverns, I think, is improved greatly. I mean, the air dribbles, the flip resets, all of it has been super impressive as King Koku launches that ball. Guess who's there? It's Allen, not going to get the touch. I think he had an angle for the goal there, but instead it's going to be Postman popping that ball up high. That's a little dangerous. Zacinco towards the backboard. Solis with the shot. Solis with a nice shot behind the defense, putting that one in the back of the net. This lead cut in half now. I mean, it's only a 2-goal lead. It should, there's still 3.5 minutes left. I mean, Gallium, we're hitting 10 goals for each team at this rate. I don't even know what's going to happen anymore.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough, but that's a great shot from Solis. And, I feel like in terms of individual players, I feel like he's been one of the better Warhawks players. But I feel at the same time that in terms of play style, I feel like he should have been subbed out for Fenrir, because I think Fenrir, Zay, and Hazak would have been a very fast trio. And it's like, as you mentioned, the Wyverns are punishing them for being slow. They're punishing them for taking those solo plays. So I just think they need to switch up their play style to really get this one going. As King Koku tries to place it perfectly, but unfortunately cannot. As Postman gets bumped out by Fenrir, Zay Cinco is going to be up with it. King Koku going to try to get up with it. Now Solis, a great dunk. And it's now onto the backboard. Postman gets one. Tries to find the flip reset. He gets it, but not enough boost to flip into that one. Fenrir trying to bully King Koku in the corner. Zay Cinco with one touch. A great control touch from him. And what a dunk. It's off, though. That is so unfortunate for the Warhawks. You got to get that one. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, down 2 goals. That's the goal that you want. Maybe this one right here. Solis doing it himself. Who should have been subbed out? Not me, he says, as that one gets put in the back of the net. I think Solis has picked it up a notch. In terms of speed and in confidence, this man, he is just diving at everything, and it is working out for them, as it's only a 1-goal lead now, Gallium. 3-4. I mean, like I said, we're only halfway through the game, Gallium. There's so many more goals yet to come. Who is going to step up next? I got money on a certain King Koku, but I don't know if he's the odds-on favorite. But this man right here, Zay Cinco, it's been a little quiet. Postman, he's trying to make a play happen. It's going to be Fenrir, though, making that save. And Zay Cinco trying to continue the play. But it's going to be Allen, not going to have the shot, though, in 2 minutes remaining. King Koku did not get the touch there. It was a good follow-up from Zay. Zay, maybe with the shot. Zay with the shot, but Allen with the save. And Gallium, these defenses, they're holding on because these offenses are on fire right now.
It's such high-flying action that I'm considering just muting my mic and letting you handle the rest of this. I mean, it just every time it seems like there's a moment of rest, these guys just absolutely pummel each other's nets. It is like a heavyweight bout here, They're swinging for the fences here, and we're going to see a knockout here sooner or later.
Who will deliver that blow, though? That is the question. 1.5 minutes remaining. Allen with a 50 onto Zay. King Koku with the pass over to Allen. That ball going to be bouncing really high. King Koku going to get that first touch, though. Zacinco not a great touch. Postman backflips. Postman still going to get the beat. That one's toward the backboard. Postman doesn't have the double. Fenrir going to clear that one over the side. Allen going to try to get a challenge. That ball kind of awkward. King Koku, don't go for that one. He's last man. Fenrir, the bounce is so bad for him. But Solis still keeping that ball in play. Fenrir, do you have the shot? The angle. Fenrir putting it away. Top bins, tying this game up.
I mean, you just see the patience coming out from Fenrir. What a pass from Solis. He knows he doesn't have to rush this touch. I don't know if it was a comms thing, but that's an incredibly intelligent play from Fenrir to put it in the back of the net. And it's 4-4 here, Flip. I mean, I I think there's gonna be at least like 5 more goals.
I mean, Galleon, we're gonna get to overtime, and it's not gonna be golden goal. It's gonna be first to score 5 or something like that. Change the overtime rules for this game, this team. That's it. That's all. That's all we need. I want more goals. I want more action. Not enough time on the Rocket League clock. Only 45 seconds remaining. King Koku, he says there's still time for me to score. That ball, he was delivered mid. A huge bump on his A. A triple whiff. Postman trying to sit on his own back corner. That one going to get cleared away over to King Koku, though. King Koku going to have it one touch. Solus, not a great touch. King Koku with a follow. Solus trying to get there first. He gets a touch. Postman able to get the 50 as well. Allen, touch up high. That ball into the corner. Zay, little awkward. Allen passing that ball mid. King Koku putting that ball back into the corner. A little awkward. Postman gonna be the first one there. Trying to get that last shot that he had. You know, a screamer. Not gonna happen there. But Fenrir still trying to hold off this Wyvern. Excuse me, Wyvern's attack. Opportunity for Zay. Allen's gonna let it drop, right? No, okay, he wants to save points. I respect that. But we finally have overtime. Is this the first overtime, Galleon? But correct me if I'm wrong. But
this is the first overtime, I think.
I think. I don't know. But golden goal for these guys. Whoever scores first. Oh, man. I'm not surprised it's right off kickoff. These guys, the defense. Who needs defense? The offense come out to play. Allen over to Postman. Postman putting it away. Huge win here for the Wyverns. That's a 3-1, right? Oh, my. The series is over?
Yeah.
I want more.
Yeah, I know. I feel you. But, you know, that's how Prospect is. You know, it's one of the more entertaining leagues, and in my opinion, the most entertaining league in terms of just pure gameplay. But, I mean, they proved that tonight. What a great performance by both teams. Really, I think the Warhawks have everything to be proud of. The comeback was very respectable. I think they played great. Fenrir stepped up big when he came in. He subbed in. He stepped up really massively for his squad. But Wyverns just, I mean, they had just more opportunities and they capitalized off more of them. So that's just how Rocket League works, unfortunately. But, I mean, fun series overall.
Fun series, and I mean, honestly, 10 times more entertaining than the series before this one, for sure. But, Gallium, I just want to say, first off, you know, thank you for casting with me. It's always good to have you in the booth. It's always a great time. I miss casting with you, Gallium. We need to do it more often.
Yes, we certainly do, Flip, and you know it's always I got to cast with my 2 favorite casters. Don't tell anyone else today. So you know I'm a happy little clam. But I mean, yeah, I'm just a little guy. All right, you know, I'm a little guy who likes Rocket League. You know, but overall, I had a pretty good day today in terms of like series. So thank you for all the teams who showed out today, and you know that includes you, Flip. Matter of fact, that does include you. Thank you.
That thank you, and also thank you to all our sponsors, our donors. It could not be possible without all of y'all. So thank you guys very much. I wonder if we have a little slide so I can see who to thank, because I mean all the names have been scrolling across the screen. I'm trying to find it. I swear there's a little. It's okay, Crip. You don't have to have it updated. Shout out to all the sponsors. And thank you very much to everybody that donated, any Twitch subscribers as well. Thank you for all the love and support. Thank you guys for tuning into the stream. Gallium, we're going to be back on Wednesday with some more games, some more action. And, you know, I mean, I'm ready, because if it's anything like we just saw, it's going to be high-flying, a lot of fun to watch, and I can't wait for Wednesday to watch even more of it.
Yeah, I totally agree. But, I mean, that's probably a great way to end it off, to be completely honest. I'm excited for Wednesday. Make sure you schedule your games. You get that all sorted out. You probably already should have scheduled your games, matter of fact, but just make sure your team is scheduling those games and get some scrims in, guys. All right, you only get better with scrims, so hopefully people take that lesson. But thank you again, Flip, for casting with me. And I mean, if you don't have anything else to say, I guess we could just, you know, end the stream now.
Yeah, no, it's time to get out of here, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll be back Wednesday at 8 o'clock. We'll see you guys then. Deuces.
I can feel this time stroke my neck and I just wonder why I'm buried in a suit I'd never buy, a suit I'd never buy. Cufflinks on my wrist, I can't act surprised when the shovels hit dirt in the earth. Did they start to cry? Since I said